and watch WrestleMania 10 from the WWE Network. And I am very, very excited about it because this really is one of my all-time favourite WrestleManias. There's so much to talk about with this because, of course, we wasn't going to be doing this kind of a stream. This was not planned. We haven't spoken about this. It's kind of come out of the blue. I can understand that some of you might be feeling a little bit scared, not really knowing what's going on. So we're going to take just a couple of minutes just to bring people up to speed and just give people an opportunity and a chance to come and join us. So the reason why this is happening is because a lot of people enjoyed the watch-alongs that we did last week. We did a watch-along for WrestleMania 32. We did a watch-along for WrestleMania 17. A couple of weeks ago, we did a watch-along for WrestleMania 30. I've had a lot of people asking, can we do more of these? And it's not something that I've ever really wanted to do because it's just a lot of hassle. Not for me, but for you lot, because everyone watching has got to go to the network, find the show, get it queued up, get ready to start, watch it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you've got... it just seems like a lot of work. It's a little bit different when it's Raw or Smackdown and it's on TV. With this, you've got to go to the network. And just seems like a lot of hassle. So I've always resisted doing them, but the response has been so positive. I've genuinely been blown away with how much people have enjoyed these, and I have loved them, genuinely loved them. Going back, I mean, I love old wrestling anyway, so going back and watching these shows with you guys has been a real pleasure. So I wasn't going to do one this week, but I had a lot of people get in touch with me. A lot of people said, like, could we do one? So I thought, well, we could do something quite quick. Is there something on the network for like an hour or something like that? And I thought, well, let's have a look at the best ever pay-per-views, the best WWE pay-per-views. So I went down this list, and the one that jumped out straight away, WrestleMania 10. I had a look to see how long it was. It's 2 hours 44, which, you know, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to start it soon. So I'm giving you a chance to find it. This is your warning. I'm giving you time right now whilst I'm being a rambling rabbit for you to go to the network, find WrestleMania 10. And in a few minutes, we will start WrestleMania 10. I've got a few facts and figures and just bits that I know about the show anyway. And of course, this is going to be a lot of fun because it's legit got two of the best WWE matches of all time in it. So we've got Bret versus Owen. We've got Shawn versus Razor in that ladder match. Of course, there's lots of other people on the show. Doink, Bam Bam, Earthquake, Adam Bomb, Alundra Blaze, Yokozuna, Lex Luger, Macho Man. Like, it's a who's who. Such a good WrestleMania. Comes from Madison Square Garden. So, I'm really excited. I'm sure you can tell I'm really excited. So, completely unplanned, but due to the amount of people that wanted to have something today, I tried to find something quick. And we ended up with WrestleMania 10. That's the story. That's how we got here. So I'm just going to give people a few more minutes so that they can join us. Of course, there's going to be people that don't know we're doing this. If you are just joining us, we haven't started yet. You've still got a couple of minutes to get to the network. Find WrestleMania 10. Have it on pause. I've got 000. I'm right at the very beginning, and we will be kicking off very, very soon. Hello to LSW and Yusuf and Dave in real life. Brian and Sean and Kenneth and William and Marcus and Liam Costa. Human Detox says, hello, gorgeous. Hello, gorgeous. Sean Rousset, LSW, shout out to you. Hayden, shout out to you as well. Miss Clown 1. Liam says, what's up? Did you like my singing video? I honestly thought that someone had sent me a video of an angel, an actual angel. And then it turned out to be you, Liam. After I sent that, I'm now writing a rap. Wow. looks like you're busy. Nails and NY, shout out to you, My Chemical Romance fan. Dwayne, Noah, Jake, Lewis, Omar. Right, I think we can sit here and shout names out, or we can get ready to rumble. The irony being, this isn't a rumble, this is WrestleMania 10. So, are we ready? Okay, WrestleMania 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. Boom. Right, so WrestleMania 10, we have begun. I need to turn up the sound. I think we've got a little WrestleMania. We have a little WrestleMania video package. Look, we're looking at WrestleMania 1. That's Liberace. Is it, I believe? Is it Liberace? Andre slamming Big John Studd. March 31st. There's Muhammad Ali. So that's where I am. Hello to Chalmers. Nails and NY says no spoilers. No spoilers. Yes, no spoilers as we watch this highlight package of the first WrestleMania from 1985. I don't even know who that is. I know who that is. That's Hulk Hogan, Mr. T, Pat Patterson in the ring. Pat Patterson, I think, was referee for this, was he? Oh my God! Look at this. The dun 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 dun. Yes, the classic WrestleMania theme. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. They should have this theme every year. Oh, that is sexy, man. That is sexy. This is the good stuff. We're in Madison Square Garden. So, Madison Square Garden, we are live! Look at it, man. Look at that venue. A lot of people don't like Madison Square Garden, because it's a little bit small compared to the stadiums and whatever. But that is the room that built WWE. You know, WWE were always running their shows in Madison Square Garden. So, this is home. That is home to them. That was before most modern WWE fans were born. Yeah, probably. I met Muhammad Ali once. 2 WWF Championship matches. That's right. You're absolutely correct. Yes, 2 WWE Championship matches. I wonder who's going to win tonight. Yeah, I wonder as well. Vince starting us off. Look at Vince. He's looking dapper, isn't he? With his red bow tie and everything. Look at all these people. It must be a lumberjack match. Look at this. All the druids around the ring. It's going to be the Undertaker. It's a druids match. It's going to be basically the 1994 version of the Boneyard match. That's what we've got coming up right now. Can you tell me where you are? Yes, I'm in the UK. No, when it comes to time, I'm on 2:11. 2:11 is where I'm at. Or 2:21 now. And we've got Little Richard coming into the ring. Look at that. That is quite the look. Quite the look. He's like a rhinestone cowboy. I was born in the 90s. Finally, I get a fix of wrestling days. Shout out to you. Shout out to Frederick. Do you expect The Undertaker to lose tonight? Fun fact, The Undertaker's not here. This is one of the rare WrestleManias that The Undertaker misses. And you know what? I'm not even sure why. I can't remember why The Undertaker's not at this show, but he's not at this show. So we are Undertakerless. I live in the UK. Can I get a shout out? Shout out to you, buddy. Shout out to you. We've got Little Richard in the ring right now. This is the Mania where Bret Hart shines. He really does. This is the Mania where Bret Hart shines. Let me know in the chat where you're up to, just so I know that we're definitely all up to the same place. So let me know. The network keeps lagging. Do you know what? My network keeps lagging as well. I'm up to... let me have a look and see what time I'm at. I'm at... Hang on. Let me go down. Just says 2:57. I've just got Little Richard singing at me, but when I go down, it says 2:57. But it can't... Why is it on... All it says is 257. This is super annoying. I've got like a girl with a flag. I don't know if there's network issues. I'm at 333. Oh, you're slightly ahead. Well, I don't know if you're slightly ahead or mine just says 257. Still. Doesn't matter. I'm still on Little Richard anyway. Me also, it's lagging. My network's been lagging all day. Wow. I hope we're not going to have issues here. Oh, what you doing, birthdays? What's the odds of setting up a Skype call or something in the future? Not out of the realms of possibility is what I would say. Shout out to you, Coaster Maniacs. Sean saying 4 minutes 17. It's because YouTube is a little bit behind. Jax24 saying I'm not lagging at all. I am lagging. I can't quite get. It's up to 408 and it keeps lagging for me. Oh, this is going to be an epic fail, isn't it? We're all going to be out of sync and it's going to keep lagging and it's going to do my head in. We are in the US choir. Just joined Little Richard. Shout out to you, Monica King. Yeah, I mean, I've got like, this is like really random stuff. I've had a couple of little lagging moments. I'm still on Little Richard. Yokozuna and all the other heels beat up The Undertaker so he couldn't participate. Is that from the Royal Rumble when The Undertaker, like, moved into heaven? Do you remember that? They all came down. It was a casket match, wasn't it? Or a coffin match or however they worded it. But Undertaker Yokozuna, yes, you're right, for the championship. I was gutted by that result. That result proper gutted me. But it wrote him off for a little while, didn't it? Yusuf saying stupid Wi-Fi. Granted, if it's an epic fail, people would still watch the stream with paint drying. Well, Monica King says, let's pause it and let's all start at the same time. Well, we're going to struggle, aren't we? Because I'm not sure. I don't know how bad the lag is for everyone. Like, I've had it about 5 times just during Little Richard. So there could be some serious lag problems here. We might, I don't know. The network might be throwing a spanner in the works here. Days, can you please say the word Alpha Kenny Body? Said it. What minute are you on? I am, let me have a look. I'm on 5:09, but I've got lag again. This is going to be a right problem, isn't it? We've got drama, guys. We've got drama. I'm trying to think, if I change my network, would it be any better? Like, not my WWE network, but like my Wi-Fi network. But in all fairness, it sounds like some of you are having the same problems as well. So I don't know if it's just something that's wrong with the WWE network. I've just seen a Japanese guy just clapping along to Little Richard in a Shawn Michaels jacket. Like, that's the bit that I've just seen. And I've got to be honest, that has made all of this worth it. That's all of this bit worth. Just this random Japanese guy in the crowd in a Shawn Michaels jacket, just like clapping along to Little Richard. That made it worth it. That definitely made it worth it. The network has got the virus. Maybe. Well, look, let's see. Let's see how it goes. We're going to try and get through this. We got through that Little Richard thing, which was awful. There we've got Vince talking with some people behind selling popcorn and things like this. Mine's just started to lag and it was perfectly fine. Jerry the King Lawler. I'm on 635. That's where I am. 637, 638, 639. But I can't guarantee that there's not going to be any lag. I'm hoping it settles down. I'm hoping that it's finished buffering or doing whatever. Perhaps there's a bit of trouble at the start or something. But I've gone a good minute now without any lag, so... I'm in the UK. I was meant to go to Paris today. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. Shout out to Coaster Maniacs as well. I mean, that was a very, very kind donation, but this is kind of taking all of my attention at the moment with the lags and everything. So I'm just trying to make sure that this settles down. We got Vince talking to Jerry the King Lawler. Jax is on 9. You're on 9 minutes. Shout out to Hayden. LSW saying, Days, my sound is randomly cutting off. Oh, what? Intense Man says I'm at 9:20 at the moment. Tell me when you get to the Quebecers. Dude, I'm struggling to get past Vince at the moment. Because of this lag. The lag is real. I've seen the ladder match. Monica King at 7:50. We're all over the place now. Brilliant. Brilliant. This has gone very, very well. This has gone so well. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, right? At the moment, I'm just on a video package with Bret and Owen Hart. As soon as we get to the beginning of... Well, hang on, let me tell you where I am, and then you might be able to find me. I'm on 8:12. Although, it's not moving, it's not changing. I'll tell you the second that Bret Hart walks out. As soon as Bret Hart walks out for his match, I'll tell you, and then hopefully we can all get back in sync again. But it seems like there's some problems with the network tonight. I knew these watch-alongs were a bad idea. I knew it! I'm at 9:50, 7:45. I've paused at 10, says Dave in real life. This is the most freaked up stream of all time. I know, yes. Well, things never run smooth, do they? I mean, in all fairness, I've had, I don't know, 5 or 6 little moments of lag. Nothing too disastrous, but it seems like... I mean, I didn't have anything during WrestleMania 36, and it's just done it again there. So I don't know why it's doing it on WrestleMania 10, but WrestleMania 36 was fine. I don't know. Sports Parade says, Bret is walking out for me. Days, the network has been lagging on old shows for a while for some reason, says James Chadwick. Oh, I didn't know this. In all fairness, have we watched... Well, we watched WrestleMania 17 just the other week, didn't we? And that was absolutely fine. So, don't know what's gone on. Okay. Here we go. I've got fireworks. I'm at the beginning of the first match. So I'm 10 minutes in. 10 minutes 10. That's where I am. 10 minutes 11. And now I've got lag again. Ah! How do you... I don't know how you fix this. I don't know how you resolve this. Carnage. I just realised that Volta has been a year as champion. No one is talking about it. I saw a post about it. You don't see him that often, do we? Right, we've got Bret Hart just about to walk out. Oh, Owen first. So, Owen Hart coming out first. I am at 10:43. That's where I am. 10:43. Owen Hart. This, I hope it doesn't lag. If it's going to lag during, like, Doink versus Bam Bam, that's absolutely fine. Just don't lag during this match. Don't lag during this match. This match or the ladder match. You can lag as much as you want on the other ones. Just not during this match. Owen Hart making his way out. What do you think's next for Ciampa and Gargano? I don't know, dude. I'm literally trying to get through this stream right now. Trying to get through this stream. And it is not going well because I've hit more lag. 59 lags so far for Yusuf. William Hensey says, Undertaker and Funhouse matches, they did something completely new and I liked it. Who else thought that Shayna Baszler was going to be the Raw Women's Champion? Yeah, I thought she was going to win it, and obviously it didn't play out that way. Wish they'd gone to Madison Square Garden for WrestleMania 30. Same. Yes. Owen Hart taking off his glasses. Obviously, Bret Hart would give them out to the crowd, but Owen Hart ripping them up. There's quite a few. This is regarded as one of the best matches in WWE history. This is brother versus brother, and originally this was meant to be Bret Hart versus Bruce Hart, one of his other brothers, but Bret wanted Owen because Owen wasn't really doing anything in WWE. He was just in the mid-card, so Bret really wanted to help Owen. Look at this. I love the way the camera goes right into Bret. As Bret walks out, the camera is right, like, really close. It's really, really cool, man. And as I said, you know, even though they're brothers, they do a lot of similar stuff. But there's all these subtle differences. Like, they both came out with glasses, but Bret gives his glasses to a kid in the crowd, whereas Owen rips his glasses up. There's another really great kind of counter between the two, where Bret obviously does the sharpshooter, which means he kind of sits on the back, working the legs. And throughout this match, Owen Hart uses like a camel clutch a lot, which is where you sit on the back and you work on the head. So again, you know, similar but just slight differences. So I've got Bret having come down. Bret is in the ring right now. Owen was working with Coco Beware in High Energy, How to Spoil a Great Wrestler. Yeah. When was he doing New Foundation stuff as well? That must have been... Was that around this time? Just before this time? I think it was all just before, wasn't it? New Foundation and High Energy. Obviously, Blue Blazer was years before this. I remember him being Blue Blazer around... He does go back to being the Blue Blazer, but he was Blue Blazer around WrestleMania 5, so that would have been like 5 years before. Days, I'm currently sitting outside in my front garden, so I'm basically here to chat and hang out. No worries, dude. I really appreciate you joining us. Look at them chairs. Anyone see the chairs that are at ringside? I've got Bret just giving the glasses to a kid, and the chairs are white chairs. And they've got, like, the, obviously, WWF logo on. And they've got the WrestleMania 10 logo on. They look really classy. There's a lot of people that don't like Madison Square Garden as a wrestling venue because it's a little bit small. And also, like, with the entrance, like, on the hard cam there, it kind of looks a little bit weird. I really like it. I think it's got a very different feel to other wrestling venues. So, yeah, I really like it. This match as well. The best WrestleMania opening match. No doubt about that. The best. Brother versus brother. They know each other. And look at the crowd going crazy as well. Look at the ref shirt. Yes, a proper... He's got like a dicky bow on and everything. Yeah. And like, you can see... I love the doors as well. Like, how they close like that, and they make the 10. The Roman numeral. It's really good, man. And just, have you noticed that it's got a WrestleMania banner above the arena, but it just says WrestleMania? It doesn't say WrestleMania 10. Love it as well. Every time Owen Hart gets out of a hold, he really celebrates like he's just won the match. So he's just done a kip up there. And he's like, yeah! There's AEW 292, NXT 293. No way. Too low. That's way too low. I don't believe that. Owen the heel. Look at the ropes. The ropes are beautiful, aren't they? So top rope, bottom rope have got the black tape around. Middle rope has got the gold tape around. Looks really, really classy. Looks really classy. Yeah, really, really, really like the ropes. Really like the ropes. It's weird, isn't it? Sitting here talking about how the ref has got like a proper shirt on and a dicky bow, and how the ropes are wrapped in black and gold. No Titantron, of course. No CGI. Look at the railings as well. It's not a barricade. It's like proper railings. Owen Hart screaming at Bret Hart. Days, The Undertaker went away at Royal Rumble 94. Didn't return until SummerSlam due to a back injury. Thank you, my friend. Anthony says, Days, in your opinion, is The Undertaker the only person WWE can pull off American Badass or Big E's evil persona? What do you think of... What do you mean? Like a biker gimmick? I think there's loads that can do biker gimmicks. Love that. To the outside goes Owen Hart. Owen Hart down on the outside. I am getting like lag, but it doesn't last for very long, so we're kind of slowly getting through. But yeah, super annoying compared to the WrestleMania 17 show that we watched the other day. I'm on 15-16. That's where I am. 15-18, 15-19, 15-20. I've got Owen Hart being told off by the ref. Days, will Owen Hart ever be in the Hall of Fame? I would hope so. I mean, I need... That Dark Side of the Ring has got an Owen Hart episode coming up. I think it's the last episode in the series for Dark Side of the Ring, and they're actually going to talk to his widow. So it's going to be very interesting to see what she's going to say. Because yeah, I would love it if he was to go in. Lovely reversal by Bret. These two know each other so well. Apparently, they actually changed this match about 3 weeks before. Like, they had been planning this match for a long time. And they completely changed it about 3 weeks before. I think the original match was going to have a lot of false finishes. This match doesn't have that many false finishes. But the original version of it was going to have a lot of false finishes. But they actually spoke to their dad, Stu Hart. And they was talking to him about how would he structure it, what would he do. And yeah, they went for this much more technical, lots of reversals. Love the hair pull as well. And this as well, the kick on... Oh, I love it. I love it. So good. So Owen Hart, I know we're all at different places, but Owen Hart grabs the hair of Bret, pulls him down, works the arm, and whilst Bret is down, he kicks him in the head as well. There's all these little gestures that are in this match. Nice little roll-up. Kick out by Owen. Owen Hart versus Jushin Thunder Liger. Haunted Radio says, Days, I'm one of those fans of Brock Lesnar who are too biased, who knows he doesn't need a world title always, and young talent need to win, but even if Brock wins, I'm still happy. Is it wrong? I don't know what that... I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. Days, can you please say sports _AS? Yes. Zoom Station, this is Owen's best match ever. Yeah, I'd say it's up there. Their match that they have at SummerSlam as well is absolutely incredible. The SummerSlam cage match is absolutely brilliant. William saying lag. WWE Fan 14, I think, has got a little bit of lag as well. Omari says, hopefully Edge isn't done with wrestling. I do keep getting little bits, yes, of lag, so I think we're all just kind of going through this together. Days, it was 692 to 693. That seems better. That seems more believable. Hello to WWE Fan 14. Hope you are well. Thank you for joining us. Just an update as to where I am. I am on 17. Well, I don't even know because it's not moving. The timer's not moving. It's really weird. I've watched lots of documentaries and things like this on the network. Not had any problems whatsoever. We watched WrestleMania 17. We had no problems with that. And now, for some reason, WrestleMania 10 just seems to be lag central. I've got Owen Hart out of the ring at the moment. Bret Hart going right after him, hurling him back into the ring, and the crowd are red hot for this. Absolutely red hot for this. Owen is the heart of the Hart dynasty. Days, if they brought back the biker gang gimmick that they had in the Attitude Era, who would you put in that stable, meaning Disciples of Apocalypse? Dude, those kind of questions, I think, are going to be very difficult to answer on this stream because they require a lot of thought. And right now I'm trying to call this as Bret rolls up Owen, and Owen kicks out. Bret going to work on the arm. It's really cool as well to hear Vince McMahon. I mean, like, there's so much to talk about. So you've got Vince McMahon on commentary. There is no JR. Jim Ross had been fired. You might remember that Jim Ross, I think his first show was like WrestleMania 9, but there is no Jim Ross here. Apparently he got fired because he was working for Smoky Mountain Wrestling at the same time, and Vince didn't like that, so he ended up getting fired. So it's Jerry the King Lawler and Vince McMahon. Lovely crucifix pin by Bret Hart, who goes after the arm. So technical, so interesting. Back and forth, these two knowing each other so well. Love the ring attires as well. I mean, if you think about the ring attires today and what they wear today, they're very bland and generic, and a lot of people wear the same kind of thing. Whereas this, you know, I mean, it's pink and black. It stands out. Even like the singlets just look a little bit different than what you get. Nice. Spinning heel kick. Days, will they put the NXT title on Dream? They could do. I'd say he's got a good shout. Bye-bye, Jim Ross. Days, do you like Ricochet? Ricochet's cool. I'm not sure about this new tag team that he's in, but it's not how I would use him. Okay, Bret Hart to the outside. Can you see the camera people as well? Are they all wearing the same kind of clothes? Are they all in dungarees? I feel like all the... Oh, into the ring post. I feel like the camera crew are wearing, like, outfits. Black ring mats around the ring as well. Not blue ring mats like you see these days. Well, do you see blue ring mat? I can't even think. No, they're, like, grey, aren't they, these days? Bret Hart getting thrown in. Days, what's your favourite figure? Probably Finn Balor. Days, this is my sister Abigail theory. I think Abigail was Bray's babysitter. Cool. Ross was fired after he had Bell's palsy. He didn't have that around this time, I don't think, did he? Didn't that come later? I don't think he had that in 94. I don't think he had that in 94. Shout out to Michelle Dennington. Hope you are well. I've got Bret Hart being hurled into the corner right now, and Owen Hart stomping away. Owen Hart with Bret looking for a backbreaker. It's quite weird because all throughout tonight, there, look at that. That's like an accolade, like a camel clutch that Owen has got. Yeah, it's nasty. Look at the bend on that. Look at Bret. Like, you're not meant to bend that much. But this is what I'm saying. This is like Bret Hart will put the sharpshooter on, work on the legs. Owen will work on the upper body. Nice elbows to the midsection by Bret. Bret going against the ropes over the top. Belly to belly. Lovely. Belly to belly. 2. Shoulder up. Days, choose one pay-per-view you wish you could have attended. I don't know. I'm not really someone that's bothered about going to attending them. I can't say, I wish I was there, because I feel like watching them is like, as good. So, like, on the network. Nice crossbody. Reversed by Bret. 2. Kick out by Owen. What do you think is next for Mandy and Otis? Well, hopefully we see vignettes of them going on dates and things like that and just kind of exploring the relationship. I've got Owen Hart now with like a chin lock, and he's got his knee in the back of Bret. This was such a great match. It really showed what Owen could do. Really showed that Owen was on that level. You know, we hadn't really seen anything up to this point to suggest that Owen was this good. I think we all knew he was good, like, technically. But this match really, really puts him amongst the main eventers. I'm not sure he quite ever gets there, though, in all fairness. I don't know that Vince saw money in him. I think that was the problem. I'm sorry to hear that, Jacoby. Matt and Family Days, who do you think Taker would have wrestled at Mania if he was not injured? Well, they liked to give him giants, didn't they? They liked to give him monsters. So, I don't know, you know. I would have said Yokozuna, but he faces him at the Royal Rumble. So I'm not sure that he would have faced Yokozuna. Maybe someone like Ludwig Borger. Ludwig Borger was kind of like this. Was he from Finland? He was like this powerhouse. He was kind of a little bit like the Brock Lesnar of his day. Little bit like that. He was this very athletic powerhouse kind of a guy. And he was meant to be on this show. But he ends up getting, I think, an ankle injury, and Adam Bomb replaces him instead. So maybe he would have faced Ludwig Borger, or maybe he would have faced Earthquake. I'm not sure what options there would have been, to have been honest. Because Yokozuna would have to have faced whoever won the Rumble. And this year, it was 2 people that won the Rumble. It was Bret Hart and Lex Luger. So, yeah, for those of you that don't know, Bret is facing Owen. Look at this. He's got him up for a tombstone pile driver. You just don't see that. Only Undertaker tends to do those. Yes, so it was Bret versus Owen. And it was Lex Luger versus Yokozuna. And then it would be Bret versus whoever won that. So 2 championship matches. And the reason for that was because Lex Luger and Bret Hart both won the Royal Rumble in '94. They go over the top rope at the same time. So Lex gets the opportunity first against Yokozuna. But obviously it's not fair that Lex wrestles twice if he wins, or Yoko wrestles twice if he wins. So Bret was made to wrestle twice. So that's why he faces Owen. It's kind of confusing, but it does make sense. Right, where are we? I'm at 23 minutes. Did you watch Eva Marie's new video? No. Days, what I meant is having a weakness for particular wrestlers and supporting them regardless of outcome would be best for business, if that makes more sense. Okay. Yep. This is Macho Man's last WrestleMania. It is, yes. Kick out by Owen. It's the only year a Royal Rumble had co-winners. Yeah, Kenneth, do you remember? Was it John Cena and Batista? They both went over the top at the same time as well. So it does get repeated. It does happen again. But that time, Vince... Do you remember Vince came down and made them continue until there was a winner? I can't remember what year that was. Nice snapmare by Bret. Owen Hart goes down. 2. Kick out by Owen. WWE have released a Where Are They Now? Eva Marie. Okay, cool. He probably knows what Bret's going to do before Bret knows it. That's what Jerry has just said about Owen, which is a really great line. Love that from Bret, where he goes up and then comes down with the forearm. That's always a great Bret Hart moment in a match. Bret Hart as well, getting very frustrated with the ref. Very frustrated with the ref. Kind of shows how deep Bret is having to dig here to... nice. Insecurity. Owen Hart. The Cena Batista Rumble was 2005. Thank you, LSW. Here we go. Look, he's going for the sharpshooter. There's people on their feet, but Owen counters it. Owen Hart counters it. And that was not something that you saw all that often back in the day. Lovely move by Owen. Lovely move by Owen. Where's Huskus? I've no idea. Literally, I've got no idea. The Rock and Big Show in 2000 was sort of like that as well. Bret Hart and Stone Cold in 97. Days next 30. Can we watch the Canadian Screwjob? I don't think so, dude. This, just trying to get through WrestleMania 10 is going to cause me to have a heart attack with the amount of lag and people falling out of sync. And I'm literally just trying to... I'm not even going to be bothered if it lags during the other matches, because the other matches, we can have fun with them, but this one was such a great roller coaster of a match. Like, it's got highs and lows, and it's great storytelling, and it builds, and this is the kind of thing that you just don't want lag during, because it really ruins the match. Really ruins the match. Kenneth says Owen was just an excellent wrestler. I completely agree. I completely agree. Owen in the corner is pleading with Bret. There's kicks to the legs here by Owen. Takes the legs away and Bret Hart goes down. Pulling on the leg. It's my... Oh, yes, Sonny Wolf. Happy birthday to you. Happy 19th birthday. Days, what's next for Bray Wyatt? I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow. We will find out tomorrow. So, Bret Hart down with Owen Hart. Laying shots in. Definitely, this is one of my favourite Manias, says Butter Spark. Yes, I think like the best thing to do is to just like try and work our way through it as best we can. And I'll just call the spots as and when they happen. And if we're all a little bit out of sync, we're all just a little bit out of sync. But I'll just tell you where I am at any times. We've got Bret Hart having his legs wrapped around the ring posts at the moment. There's some guys, two guys. One guy, I don't know if you can see these two. One guy's wearing a W shirt. It's a shirt that's got W on it. And the other guy is wearing one that says F. Like, have they lost someone? Because shouldn't it be WWF? What's WF? What's WF? I don't understand. There's just two guys. One guy's got a shirt that says W. The other guy's got a shirt that says F. They're in the front row. They're basically the green shirt guys of their day. They've got massive camera. You got to remember as well, this is well before mobile phones. So everyone's got like flash cameras. There's like flashes going off. And they've got like big cameras and everything. So wraps Bret's leg around the ring post. I'm going to watch the end and then wait for you guys to catch up. What is your favourite ever wrestling match? Undertaker, Shawn is the one I always think of first. Days recently, I watched a documentary on WWE in the early 90s and 80s and was surprised to find out that Vince ran the company and commentary back then because he didn't trust anyone else. Yes. That's the group who were front row for all of the pay-per-views back in the day. I don't recall seeing them before. Bret makes a leg drop look violent. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm right in saying this is the longest match of the night. So all the other matches after this go quite quickly. But yeah, this is the longest one of the night. The opening match. And as I said, you know, from a technical point of view, it's regarded as the best. Look at that, comes crashing down onto the knee of Bret. Now pulling back on that leg. Pretty sure I would want the Canadian government to run everything. Draco, shout out to you. My favourite match on this card is Shawn versus Razor and Savage versus Crush. Yeah, well, I'm still stuck in Owen and Bret. I think what we'll do is once you get to Owen and Bret, I wonder if it might make sense to kind of like skip forward a little bit and see if we can move forward into a different match. Because this, honestly, with the amount of lag, could take a long, long time to get through this WrestleMania. Here we go. He's got the... I'm at the point where Owen has got a figure 4 on Bret Hart. So I'm at 28 minutes. That's how bad the lag has been for me at times. I'm just going to have a look and see what was on this card for WrestleMania 10. Oh, he's reversed the pressure here. Bret Hart has rolled over and he has reversed the pressure on Owen. What phone do you have? Oh, I use Google Pixel phone. Undertaker doesn't have a match, no. This is the first WrestleMania without Hulk Hogan. And as someone mentioned earlier, it is Macho Man's last WrestleMania as well. Haunted Radio says, Days, I don't like WWE moved on with The Fiend. Losing like nothing happened. I don't see The Fiend the same way now. Days, who's your favourite women's wrestler? Probably Alundra Blaze is one of them. Manami Toyota needs a mention as well. So, Bret Hart going over to the corner. Kicks coming in by Owen. This is turning into the never-ending match for me because of the amount of lag that there's been. Nice. Insecurity. Owen Hart goes down. More toy hunts. Well, there is a worldwide pandemic that is going to make that difficult. I don't know if you've heard. Bret Hart going over, throwing some right hands at Owen. Headbutt, and Owen goes down. Bret Hart. Oh, I love that spot as well. Talking about classic Bret Hart spots, where he drives the forearm off the top rope. That's a big one. And then where he hurls like his opponent into the corner, or he goes into the corner. He just hurled Owen Hart into the corner. Owen Hart running hard into the corner. Running bulldog as well. It's not a move that you see all that often. Here we go, going for the pin, but doesn't hook the leg. Seems like a bit of a rookie mistake by Bret Hart to not hook the leg there. But Bret Hart not hooking the leg. The ladder match was match of the year. Look, whatever happens, we are watching the ladder match. Whatever happens, we are watching that ladder match. Bam Bam versus Doink, yes. Thanks for the stream. My mum is in hospital and I can't be with her. Oh, dude, I'm sorry to hear that, John. I am sorry to hear that. I've loved the toy hunts ever since I was a kid. Yes, I am going to try and do, around 7, I've got to do the interview with the insiders. Good luck with that, dude. Pile driver by Bret Hart. So we've seen a tombstone by Owen. We've seen a pile driver by Bret. Always amazes me the photographers around ringside as well. Because that's not something that you tend to see that much of these days. Bret Hart going over, grabbing Owen, picking up Owen, putting him up. Shawn says Owen has just won for him. There's a great poster of The Undertaker that someone's holding up in the crowd. Great sign that someone's made, like they've drawn out The Undertaker. It looks really cool. Bret Hart at the moment looking for a superplex. He's got Owen on the top and he's gone for it. There it is. I mean, if you think of the amount of stuff they've done in this, there's been sharpshooters, camel clutches, superplexes, belly to bellies, fighting on the outside, fighting on the inside, reversals, leg sweeps, arm drag. I mean, like, just, it's been a masterpiece. Earthquake Atom Bomb. That is on the card tonight. Yes, we do have Earthquake Atom Bomb. I'm not sure if I'll ever get there, though, because of the lag and trouble with the network. Owen wins. Owen wins, says Mad Up. It's a great match. Days, wrestling fans are actually lucky that you guys are still getting regular wrestling, whereas football isn't even happening behind closed doors. That's very true. WWE are recording several Raws, several Smackdowns as well, apparently. So they're going to make sure that they've got quite a bit recorded, because obviously we just don't know when things are going to go back to normal. So Owen is down. Owen as well has got the spittle at this stage. I'm at the bit where Owen's got a bit of spit here that he never deals with. I think it stays there as well all the way through to like the backstage interviews. Sleeper hold by Bret. Nice low blow by Owen. Days, what persona was The Undertaker using during this time? Was it Ministry of Darkness? No, it wasn't Ministry of Darkness, bud. That wouldn't come for a long time. I think around this time, I think this is like 94, so I think at this point is probably using the purple gloves, not the grey anymore. I think he's probably moved on to the purple. In fact, isn't it SummerSlam this year that it's Undertaker versus Undertaker? So I think he comes back with the purple, because they do Undertaker. The one Undertaker's got the grey and the other one's got the purple. So no, this is well before Ministry. Owen just had a sharpshooter, but it's been reversed. Bret has got the sharpshooter on Owen, but Owen has managed to get to the ropes. Xtastic just says, wipe it, Owen. Who would you consider? Trying to name the 5 best. Trying to stop right now to think about the 5 best high flyers is going to be a quite tricky thing to do. Because right now I'm thinking we probably need to skip some matches. Otherwise we're not going to get this whole show in. Owen up top is on the shoulders. Bret Hart is on Owen's shoulders. SummerSlam is when he starts using the purple. Yes, when he comes back. So I've got to the finish of the match. So Owen is got Bret on his shoulders. Bret rolls, and what's really cool about the end of this match, this first match, what's really cool about it is the fact that it is a callback to King of the Ring, because at King of the Ring in 1993. That is how Bret beat Bam Bam Bigelow in the final. He's on Bam Bam's shoulders and he rolls and he manages to pin him, and he goes for the exact same move here against Owen, but Owen obviously knows Bret better than Bret knows himself, and he manages to counter it, and so Owen gets the win. Owen beats Bret. My network is working good. Mine is trash. Mine is trash. I don't know why. I legit don't know why. It just it works fine for WrestleMania 36 and watching new stuff. Documentaries work absolutely fine. But trying to watch it on this. I mean, I wonder if it works any better on my phone. I wonder if I didn't even consider watching it on my phone. Let's go WrestleMania 10. So I've literally just got to the end of Bret and Owen. Dun 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 dun. Doink and dink. Days, have you seen Shayna bite Becky? Yes. Right, I'm gonna see if this is any better for me. What time are we up to? 1:57. I'm gonna let's skip forward. Let's see if we can get to the same time as each other. 48 minutes. Right, I'm gonna skip a match. Unfortunately, I'm gonna skip Bam Bam and Doink. Bam Bam was such a fast, big guy. He really was. He really was. I've skipped forward. I am now, right, because of the lag problems that we've been having, I'm going to skip to 50 minutes. I'll tell you when I'm at 50 minutes. 50 minutes is actually the start of Macho Man and Crush. I've got Macho Man making his way out, and I'm at 50 minutes now. So I'm exactly at 50 minutes. So if you want to watch exactly where I am, I've skipped forward a match, which should kind of put us back in line of where we would have been had we not have had all the lag and everything. I didn't want to start a match and miss it. So it seems the network seems a little bit better on my phone than it does on the PlayStation, to be honest. So unfortunately, we have skipped Bam Bam and Doink, and so far, this is all right, you know. This is all right from a lag point of view for me. So I've skipped forward. I'm on Macho Man and Crush, and I'm now at 50 minutes 48, 49, 50 minutes 50. So, okay, this seems to be all right. So apologies, but this seems to be a little bit better. So I've got. Let's actually start writing down what we're watching. So I'm at Macho Man versus Crush. And in all fairness, if your network hadn't had any lag, this is probably about where we would have been. This is like Falls Count Anywhere match between Macho Man and Crush. So straight away, straight out of the gate, Crush has come out and they're fighting in the aisleway. Mr. Fuji is the manager of Crush here. Savage was heated. Yeah, I've got Crush. Crush has picked up Savage and he's just hurled him onto the railings. So actually, I've had no lag so far. Now, I don't get the rules on this because Crush has just pinned Macho Man. So he's pinned him. The referee has counted it, but that's not the end of the match. Because now, apparently, they've got 60 seconds. So he's got 60 seconds to get back into the ring. It's such a weird match, this is. So Macho Man has got 60 seconds to get back into the ring. Around this time, Crush was a Japanese sympathizer. He sympathized with Japan. He turned heel because he had a match against Yokozuna, and Yokozuna squashed him. And he blamed Macho Man for not helping him. So, okay, this is going much, much better for me now. This is going much, much better watching it on my phone. Fuji walloping Macho Man. So, again, just a reminder, if you are watching, horrible lag at the start of this. Horrible lag. But I'm watching it on my phone, and it is a lot better. A lot better watching it on my phone. And so far, I've had 3 minutes without any lag at all. And Macho Man making it back into the ring. I'm at 53.20. 53.20 I'm at now. And we shouldn't have to skip anything else. Waleed says, Days, hope you are well. DJ B Tazzy says, I forgot about the 60-second rule. It's really random, isn't it? It's really weird. This was a weird version of Crush as well, wasn't it? This kind of like Japanese sympathizer. It didn't work for me. Crush was always at his best when he was a face. And he was the Kona Crush. That's the version of Crush that I liked. He's got Macho Man hung up in the corner. Macho Man upside down. His legs are all tangled up. Days the ladder match. Yes, that is still coming up. There's no way we're skipping that. To be fair, I'm pretty gutted that we've just had to skip Bam Bam because I genuinely was looking forward to watching Doink and Dink, but there was no way we could have carried on watching it through the PlayStation. But switching to my phone, I don't know why, it seems to have worked a lot better. Macho Man, WCW debut. Days, did Brock attack Vince? No. Was this Macho's last WWF match? I don't know if this was his last. Certainly his last WrestleMania one. This is his last WrestleMania appearance. Macho Man going up in the corner. Double axe handle. Comes crashing down on Crush. Busy night for Mr. Fuji, wasn't it? He has to come out twice with Yokozuna and come out with Crush. Macho Man going up top. Elbow drop. Not the best elbow drop I've ever seen from Macho Man. Crush bra. Dave's sister Abigail has got a Twitter account. I doubt that's real. I just made that connection. So, Crush to the outside. The commentary tables as well. I mean, look at those for commentary tables. They're actual tables. They've got massive, like, TVs on. Not little monitors or anything like that. Proper TVs you would have in your living room. Oh, and that's Radio WWF as well. That one table is for Radio WWF, and I think it's got Gorilla Monsoon on it. In the white jacket, I'm sure that's Gorilla Monsoon. So I think you could tune your radio in and listen to what was happening. How cool is that? That's pretty cool. I'm surprised they don't do anything like that now, actually. Just, you know what I mean, on their YouTube channel, just give you, like, the audio of the commentary. Mr. Fuji tipping water on Crush, trying to revive Crush. Three, two. Such a weird match. I mean, 60 seconds is a long time. This match is basically watching people do nothing for a long time. Stupid match. This match might have been alright if it had been like just a normal match. Because Macho Man and Crush were really good friends. Oh, big back body drop to the outside. Macho Man goes crashing down to the outside. I'm really surprised that the ring aprons aren't more special, you know? It just like says WrestleMania. It's nothing really that special. Macho Man had the best outfits. He did, yes. This was really cool. I'm surprised you can't listen to commentary on the network. Yeah. Well, I suppose if you've got the network, you'd just be watching it anyway, wouldn't you? But I kind of feel like, could you imagine if you could go onto their YouTube channel and just pay a couple of £? and you could just listen to it. It's got to be people at work or people that, you know, don't want to subscribe to the network or whatever that would pay a couple of pounds just to listen and have it on in the background, you know, whilst you're doing other things. Don't know. They clearly felt like it was a good idea back here. So they're actually fighting in the crowd now. I've got Crush and Macho in the crowd at Madison Square Garden. Crush is looking for a pile driver, but Macho reversing. Dace, who do you think will challenge Braun? Probably Roman eventually. But apparently, word is today that Roman isn't going to be around for several weeks. He is going to miss all the TV tapings. Here we go. Crush gets thrown face first into these doors. We're kind of building towards the end of this match, and it's a weird end. Even as a kid, I thought this was a weird finish to this match. But, yeah, what is this room? Where are they? They're in some kind of crazy room. 2, 3. Macho wins. So that means that Crush has now got a minute to get back to the ring. So Crush is down, but Macho, look, comes back. And he tries to tie Crush up in this, like, with this cable and everything. But, it doesn't work. You'll see it in a second. He ties it up, and then he, like, pulls it up and everything. And, like, moments later, Crush just, like, flops down again. I mean, he's got him proper hung up. But, like, literally, he only stays that way for a few moments. And, of course, Crusher's only got a minute to get back to the ring. So, there we go. Crush hanging upside down. And then, boom, look, moments later. In all fairness, he is still tied up. Macho Man making his way back, but this was not a classic Macho Man match. If you think about Macho Man Hogan from WrestleMania 5 or Macho Man Ultimate Warrior from WrestleMania 7, Macho Man against Ric Flair, WrestleMania 8, and then WrestleMania 10, Macho versus Crush in just this rubbish little match. 3, 2, 1, done. Done and done. Shout out to you, Omari. Dace, do you think Brock Lesnar has been taking too many losses the past few years? Does it hurt his character? I don't think it does. I'm a Brock Lesnar fan. He probably has lost a little bit more than I would have liked. I mean, he's put over Seth. Those losses to Seth were ridiculous. He's put over Roman. He's put over Drew now. Randy Savage, victorious. No lag as well. I'm over the moon. I'm over the moon. I have been watching this now for 11 minutes. No lag whatsoever. This is like Christmas for me. Don't forget, after this as well, Thunder Rosa has got a stream. So as soon as we're done here, then I urge that you go over to the Thunder Rosa stream. I'll be over there. Should be a lot of fun. He's got they've got a Bill Clinton lookalike. How weird. Can you imagine if they had a Donald Trump lookalike at WrestleMania 36 this year? I don't know why they did this. Why did they spend money on a lookalike? Why not just go out and get an actual celebrity? Todd Pettingale. Someone should investigate who that kid was peering through the curtain. Devil Vince is on Twitter. Yeah, this is very strange. We've got Bill Clinton at the moment just talking to Todd Pettingale. IRS is sat there as well. IRS is Bray Wyatt's dad. So for those of you that don't know, the person in the white shirt with the red braces, that is Bray Wyatt's dad. True story. So there we go. He's congratulating Bill Clinton for raising taxes. Days, why do you live all day? What? Good impersonator, says Sean. It was a very good impersonator. Welcome to FanFest, the first annual FanFest. This is access before access. Look, you could step into the ring. There was a juggler. You could meet the juggler. Look at this. This is crazy. You can see the smoking guns. Look, a Hasbro stall. Hillbilly Jim. You could meet Hillbilly Jim. You could call the action. Watch a match and do some commentary. You could put on a sumo suit. Why not? Why not? Nothing screams WWE quite like putting on fake sumo suits. Oh, you could meet Paul Bearer and have your picture taken. You could have your picture taken with Paul Bearer in a coffin. Ah. Someone asked earlier, what pay-per-view would you like to go to? That one. That one. I want to meet Paul. I want my picture taken with Paul Bearer in a coffin. What's he doing? He's gone next door. Macho Man has popped next door to the theatre. So what are we looking at now? Oh, WrestleMania moments now. We're up to WrestleMania 4 at the Trump Plaza. Fun fact, it wasn't Trump Plaza. It was the building next door. True story. It wasn't Trump Plaza. There's a new podcast with Triple T. Yes, that's tomorrow. Really looking forward to that as well because I've been editing it today. Oh, I'm really looking forward to this as well. Leilani Kai against Alundra Blaze. Leilani Kai, I think I'm right in saying, competed at WrestleMania 1. Was it Leilani Kai against Wendy Richter? I don't know how you spell Leilani. Love Alundra Blaze. One of my all-time favourites. I love her music as well, you know. So underrated. She was women's wrestling, and here she comes. Look at that. Look at this entrance attire. I want Mattel to make that. I want that. They did make an Alundra Blaze. I wonder if I've got it. Have I got it on the shelf? Oh, I can't see it. It's probably in a box somewhere. Otherwise, I would show you the Alundra Blaze figure. No. It's not this. I don't think it's this attire. But that is great entrance gear. And then she got the women's champion. Look, they've given her some pyro. She steps in. She's got pyro. So, for those wondering where I am, I've had no lag. I've honestly never been this happy before in my life. This is the greatest moment of my life. And I am just coming up to 1 hour, 7 minutes. Boom. There we go. 1 hour, 7 minutes. There is the old women's championship as well. And this is Alundra Blaze versus Leilani Kai. Alundra Blaze obviously would go to WCW. Oh, it just said Owen Hart. I never knew that. There was a botch on the graphic. It said Alundra Blaze, and then it just flashed up Owen Hart. She does look a little bit like Owen Hart, actually. Perhaps it was. Perhaps Owen Hart was actually Alundra Blaze as well. So, Leilani Kai, all in black. Alundra Blaze in white. She could wrestle, man. She was so good. Colliding into each other. Medusa. Yes, Medusa. WCW. Straight over the top into a pin. Leilani Kai. I would check to see. Actually, can I check to see on there? I'm going to have a look and see. Is Leilani Kai from WrestleMania 1? WrestleMania WWF. I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was Wendy Richter, Leilani Kai. She's got big hair. Leilani Kai. She looks like me when I get out of bed. WrestleMania 1. I want WrestleMania 1. Shoulder up. Nah, look at that! Head scissor takedown, absolutely wonderful. Leilani Kai getting straight back up though. Snapmare. Yes, Wendy Richter beat Leilani Kai at WrestleMania 1. And then 10 years later, Leilani Kai takes on Alundra Blaze. Love that as well. Using the hair. Hurling Alundra Blaze across the ring. Double underhook. She's got her up. Slams her down. Crowd aren't really into women's wrestling around this time. Like, this was the women's division. Like, they had to bring back a woman from 10 years before to have a match against Alundra Blaze because there wasn't really anyone else. I think Bertha Faye might have been around at this time. Certainly Bull Nakano. Kicks to the midsection by Alundra Blaze. So skilled. So talented. Lovely spinning back heel kick by Alundra. I was going to meet Alundra Blaze this year. She was going to be in Liverpool around this time. I was really looking forward to meeting her. Days, Aaliyah, Ruby Riott, Billie Kay, Rosa Mendez are a new tag team. I've not seen any evidence of that. Days, can we watch WrestleMania 25? Do you know what? Now that it's not lagging, I might be a little bit more open to it. That's it. She bridges. She gets the pin. A real short match. This, I mean, I did say earlier that Bret and Owen is the longest match on this. Love that belt as well. That's legit one of my favourite belts. Look at the legends. Fabulous Moolah. Mae Young. Nikolai Volkov. I think we saw Classy Freddie Blassie. Well, at least she got to have a match, didn't she? Alundra Blaze. And of course, we are working our way towards that ladder match. RKO from nowhere. I believe she debuts right after. Who? Bertha Faye. Right, Coliseum videos, WrestleMania moment. WrestleMania 5. One of my favourites. One of the first WrestleManias I ever saw was WrestleMania 5. Actually, my first VHS video I got was WrestleMania 5. Got it from a car boot, and I wore it out. I just watched it and watched it and watched it. Another fun little fact for you. Have you noticed when they keep going back to these old WrestleMania clips, they don't show Hulk Hogan? It's because Hogan's in WCW at this point. So they're trying to show you loads of clips that have got nothing to do with Hogan. Alright, I don't even know who we've got. Men on a Mission, is it? Yes! Men on a Mission! Yes! Mo and Mabel and Oscar. Throw your hands in the air! They've come out in their pajamas. Men on a Mission. Oh, yeah! Oh! Oh! Men on a Mission versus, is it the Quebecers? And of course, the Quebecers has got PC Owen, the former Ring of Honor champion, still competes in Ring of Honor. You should see PCO competing in NWA very, very soon. Still wrestles, still competes, and I'm guessing it's going to be the Quebecers. So good. So good. That was the worst Piper's Pit ever. How many... Yes, Dave in real life says, has anyone noticed the Fink's hairpiece? He was wearing a wig around this time, yes. He was sporting a wig. If anyone's just joined us or confused as to where we are, because of course we have been all over the place with this stream, thanks to the lag. We're at 1 hour 13:36. I've got Shawn Michaels backstage. Oh, Burt Reynolds. Burt Reynolds is here. Hi, Des. Do you think Killer Cross will feud with Johnny Gargano? I think yes, Johnny Gargano. I can see it being Killer Cross and Scarlett against Johnny and Candice. Days, I was fine with Brock losing to Seth at Mania, but the SummerSlam loss was ridiculous. Yes. We've got some kind of backstage Burt Reynolds awfulness, which I just want it to end, and it has ended, thank you. We're the Mounties! Right, the Quebecers. Get a man. I tell you what, there's some funky ring gear going on there, isn't there? Look at some of that ring gear. Wrestling Days, do you want to do an interview on Skype? I'm a little bit busy right now, dude. As the Quebecers go over and attack Men on a Mission. What is everyone's favourite WrestleMania? Yeah, let us know. What's your favourite WrestleMania as we enjoy... I say enjoy. Men on a Mission versus the Quebecers. Mabel against the ropes. Double clothesline takes out both of the Quebecers. Fun fact about Mabel. He was the first wrestler born in the 1970s to compete at WrestleMania. The first wrestler born in the 1970s. Every single wrestler that had appeared before Mabel was born in either the 50s or the 60s. Mabel stepping in. Obviously, Mabel would go on to become Viscera and stick around for a little while. And he never really fulfilled his potential, though, did he? Like, people were really into him here. Mabel. 17 is awesome. WrestleMania 4? 4, really? Men on a Mission. Dropping the elbows together. 17, but this is my second favourite. What's your favourite WWE title? Winged Eagle, man. Love the Winged Eagle. I'm loving these fun facts. Shout out to you. I'm loving this, going back and watching this. Now there's no lag. Loving it. Mabel. Mabel, I've only just noticed it says, whoop, there it is. And on the back of Moe's as well. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. That was a big... That was a song, wasn't it? I don't know who sings it. Over the top, lovely teamwork by the Quebecers. 2. Just a 2. Who sang... I'm going to Google it. Who sang Whoop, there it is? Never expected to be Googling this. Whoop, there it is. Here we go. It is by Tag Team. By Tag Team. Are they called Tag Team? Whoop, there it is a song by Miami bass group Tag Team. The song reached number 2 on the Billboard charts in 1993. And obviously this is 94. And this is a tag team match. That's just blown my mind. Hung out on the top rope. That has blown my mind. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. I mean, the lyrics were insane. What are the lyrics? Let's have a look. Hey, shaka laka laka boom. Shaka laka laka boom. Boom chic. Boom chic. Shaka laka laka boom. Boom chic. Ha 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 ha. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Ooh, 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 ooh. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. These lyrics are the best. Love it. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Oh, here we go. Party people. Tag team music in full effect. That's me, DC, the Brain Supreme, and my man Steve Rowland. We're kicking the flow, and it goes like this. Tag team back. Oh my god, there's actually quite a lot. There's actually quite a lot of lyrics on there. There we go. Whoop, there it is. By the band Tag Team. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Right, we got Johnny Polo on the outside. Oh, whoop, there it is. Oh, straight into the corner goes Mabel. No one home. Kicks to the midsection by the Quebecers. Looking to suplex Mabel. Kick to the midsection. Ooh, poke to the eyes. Cheeky Mounties. Naughty Mounties. I actually can't remember. I don't know who wins. Legit can't remember. I can't even remember this match. Johnny Polo's very excited. Tag team sang Whoop, there it is. Yes, Moda. And this is a tag team match. Can you see what they've done? Here we go. Pierre, who now wrestles as PCO, comes crashing down. Onto Mabel. 1, 2. Such a rubbish name, wasn't it, Mabel? Mabel. Who thought that was a good idea? Vince. Vince thought that was a good idea. Mabel. I mean, it sounds like an old lady that knits. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't sound like this absolute monster. Days Watch WrestleMania 34 also can get a shout out. Shout out to XDK47X. Oh no. Mabel ducks. Is this the beginning of the end for the Quebecers? Spinning heel. They love spinning heel kicks, don't they? Days, why do you make live videos all day? Why do you make live videos all day? I don't. I do one a day. The Mount is always get their men on a mission. Well, they're not getting them right now. Mo going up top. Looks like we're going to have some... Oh, that's a rubbish move. Mo just kind of like falls forward and Mabel falls as well. They just kind of both fall forward. Johnny Polo trying to distract the ref. Quebecers getting all a little bit confused. It's a lot of drama. Clothesline. Mo in the ring on his own. Mabel on the outside. I don't know what Mabel's calling for. He's doing this. Why does it take... I don't understand. Why does Mo have to knock Mabel over? Can Mabel not fall over on his own? Count out. Count out. Men on a mission. Men on a mission. Men on a Mission win, but by count out. Bittersweet. Days. Who would have been the face of WWE instead of Roman? Seth. But there we go. The Quebecers retain thanks to a count out. And how crazy that one of them is still wrestling. How crazy that one of them is still competing. Don't forget, we're back tomorrow as well. I mean, we're still around for another hour and a half. But we are back tomorrow for Smackdown. We're going to have a look at another WrestleMania moment. I think we're up to WrestleMania 6. Again, they're not showing... Oh, are they going to show Hogan here? They just showed us the Warrior. There you go. Look, you can see... No one is unbeatable. So they showed the moment that Hogan lost. Alright, what are we up to? I don't know who she is. Rhonda Shears. I've got no idea who she is. Was she the Britney Spears of her day? Rhonda Shears, Britney Spears. Page 88. Smackdown will be intense. Yes. So, Rhonda Shear sitting down by the bell, the timekeeper's area. They keep getting the wrong graphics. They just put up Donnie Wahlberg or something. That's twice now they've messed up the graphics. This has got... Oh, right. I was going to say, this has got to be a special match because they've got, like, guest announcers and timekeepers and all this kind of stuff. Special guest referees. So this is going to be Yokozuna versus Lex Luger. Now, interesting fact about this match. Perfect. Perfect is the referee here. Yokozuna versus Lex Luger, and Mr. Perfect is special guest referee. Now, what's really interesting about this is Lex Luger was meant to win the title. Now, he was promised the title at SummerSlam the year before, and you might remember that he kind of wins the match but doesn't win the title. I think he wins by count out. And he celebrates, and there's balloons and all this, and it's a bit weird because he hasn't won the belt. Well, they said to him, you'll get the belt at WrestleMania. And he doesn't get the belt at WrestleMania. He, apparently, when he and Bret both won the Royal Rumble, Vince listened to the crowd reaction. So when it was like, and your winners of the Rumble are Lex Luger, the crowd were like, yeah... And Bret Hart, yeah. It was very clear which side the crowd, was leaning towards. And apparently the very next day after the Royal Rumble, Vince said to Bret, I'm going to put the title on you. But the original plan was that the title was going to go on to Lex Luger. So poor Lex Luger, he doesn't win the title at SummerSlam, gets told he's going to win it at WrestleMania, and then he doesn't win it at WrestleMania. Yokozuna making his way down, and I think we've got Jim Cornette around at this time as well. Mr. Fuji again. Good to see him again. Yoko, look at that lovely red robe. Red robe with a black belt. Looks very classy. And look at that winged eagle belt as well. Oh, Yokozuna on the back. That is a great robe. It's huge. And that is a championship belt. Look at that belt. Compare that belt to the one that we have today. Compare that to what we have today. You can't. That Winged Eagle Championship, the best of all time. Look at that championship belt. Incredible. Yes, how have I spelt it? Yeah, it could be ER. Doo-doo-doo. And they're giving him some flowers. Shame we don't get those kind of traditions anymore, do we? Where they get given flowers. And here he is, look. Lex Luger. Getting a good reaction. He was meant to be the new Hulk Hogan. He was meant to be the new Hulk Hogan. When Hogan was leaving, they were building up Lex Luger to be that new guy. And it just didn't work out. You can hear Vince on commentary though. They're ready! They're ready for Lex Luger! So good. So much more passion from Vince than what you get from Michael Cole now. Take a look, if you would. What else are we going to do? Take a look, if you would, at Lex Luger. Well, yeah, I'm watching the show. And, I mean, like, literally, there's no way I can avoid him. Luger looks bemused as he comes to the ring. That's my favourite belt as well. Stunning. For those of you just joining us, we are getting to the 1 hour 30 mark. I'll tell you when we're there. We've had no lag since we switched from the PlayStation to the phone. So, lesson learned. Unfortunately, it did cost us Bam Bam versus Doink. 1 hour 30. That's where I am. And we've had no lag. We've got Cornette on the outside with Mr. Fuji. We've got Yokozuna in the ring with Lex Luger. Mr. Perfect is the referee. You know that this match is not going to go long because you don't get long Yokozuna matches. It's just not a thing that happens. You don't get long Yokozuna matches. Tom McGee was going to be the next Hulk Hogan. Kind of. You got to remember, this is Vince's baby, so of course he's living every moment with immense passion. Yoko firing some shots in. Look at the size of Yokozuna. Look at the size. Big strikes coming in by Luger. Driving Yoko back. Yoko reversing Lex into the ropes. Lex, big clothesline, Yoko. Wobbling. It's Lex that goes down. Lex that goes down. I don't know. Why did Mr. Perfect think that he needed to have stripes on his top and on his trousers? Like, did he think that the top wasn't going to be enough? Or was it a set? Did he go to the shops and it was like, if you buy the top, you get the trousers with it? I don't know. Why did he think that that was a good combination to go for? I mean, in all fairness, I definitely know that he is the referee. The irony as well is the other referees aren't wearing stripes at all. The other referees are wearing lovely shirts. They're wearing like nice trousers, shirts, dicky bows, and Mr. Perfect's come out in his pajamas. Doesn't make any sense. Madness, I tell you. Lex Luger up top, big crossbody. Oh, just a two. Thought he had the 3. Don't forget, the winner will go on to face Bret Hart. I am Jack. Shout out to you, buddy. It was the fashion at the time, says Sean Reset. We were all wearing it. We were all wearing it. What relation is Yokozuna to Roman Reigns? I'm not sure what the actual relationship is, but they're all part of the Anoa'i family. I just clicked back on the screen to hear Days serenading me. There we go. Lex Yoko 2 for the Heavyweight Championship of the World. Yes, it was, you're right. 2. Oh, kick out by Lex Luger. Yeah, they faced each other at SummerSlam. So, yes, this is the rematch. And as we said, whoever wins this becomes champ, but they have to defend it again tonight against Bret. Headbutt. Shame it wasn't a tournament, really. Shame it, like, it could have been Owen versus Bret, winner faces Lex versus Yoko, but it doesn't matter that Bret had lost. He still faces the winner of this because Bret had won the Royal Rumble that year. Right, turnbuckle pad has been removed. Shoulder charge by Lex Luger. Big right hands coming in from Luger. Stripey McGrew having a close look. Days, I think it would have been 4 stars, which are Dean Ambrose, Bray Wyatt, Kevin Owens, and Cesaro. Yokozuna, yes, passed away in the... was it 2000? Was that when he passed away? He passes away in Liverpool, you know. He passes away here in the UK. I think he was found in a hotel. I can't remember the reason, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be something like heart failure or something along those lines. Crowd really getting behind Lex Luger. Look, Jim Cornette. That is a bright outfit from Jim Cornette. Lex Luger? Lex Luger? I've never thought of Lex Luger. Someone's got a sign in the crowd that says Lex Luger. That's amazing. How have I, even as a kid, I never thought about Lex Luger. That makes a lot of sense. He split the crowd very much like John Cena, very much like Roman Reigns. Lex Luger did that back in the day as well. Lex Luger struggling. Daisy Mac Bike, best combo except Bowser Bike, Funky Kong. Yeah, I thought that, Jack. I definitely thought that as well. Shout out to you, buddy. Days, do you think that Big Show is going to stay on Raw, or do you think it was just a one-off? I think it was just a one-off. We saw him not too long ago, did we? I think basically it was to promote his show, isn't it? People talking about Big Show, and he's got the Big Show starting soon, so. I mean, Yokozuna's literally done nothing. He's already sweating. The sweat is pouring off Yokozuna, and he has done next to nothing. Lex Luger down in the ring. Days, why can't we see the TV? I'm not watching it on a TV. I'm watching it on my phone. New Fiend Collector's boxes sold out. It is. Sold out real quick. Real quick. Right, Lex Luger. This match is dull. It's so slow. It is kind of crazy as well, seeing that door open in the background as people like just come and go. Here we go, look, elbows to the midsection by Lex Luger. Against the ropes goes Luger, duck underneath again. Collides into Yoko, but it's Luger that goes down. Days, how would you book WWE in this situation? What situation? The current situation. I suppose largely how they have done it. You haven't really got a great deal of options. The only alternative is to run best ofs and just not put out new content, but Yeah, again, just working down on the shoulder. Big Show's got the most turns in history. Days, could Lesnar take Yoko to Suplex City? I think he could, you know. I'm not sure he could take him to Suplex City, but I think he could get... he wouldn't be able to get his arms all the way around. He'd have to grab him at the sides and try and pick him up that way, but... It's a good question. I'd love to have seen it. I don't think... I can't picture anyone German suplexing Yokozuna. He definitely would have been able to have picked him up. He definitely would have picked him up. But I'm not sure he could have took him to Suplex City. This match is awful. I haven't seen this match in forever, but it's basically Lex Luger lying down with Yoko just grabbing, like, on the shoulder, the trapezius. This muscle here. It's so dull. Do you think Lex Luger will ever be in the Hall of Fame? Probably not, due to how Miss Elizabeth died. He does a lot of work backstage with the wellness policy, from what I understand. So he is back in with WWE. I don't know if he's still doing that, but certainly a few years ago he was. And he looks so different now. He doesn't work out anymore. Obviously, around this time, there was the whole steroids trial. So, there was no steroids in WWE around this time, and they were really stepping up their efforts with the wellness policy and all stuff like this. So, yeah, I kind of feel like this is towards the end of, like, the steroid stuff. It's why, like, you start to see Bret coming through and Shawn coming through, Razor coming through, Owen Hart coming through. The smaller guys, you know. It's not so much about the Warrior or Hogan or British Bulldog or, do you know what I mean, those bigger guys. I think Ellsworth could take him to Suplex City. I don't think Brock can suplex 568 pounds. Well, I think he could pick him up and slam him. So, by that logic, could he pick him up? I genuinely, I don't know. Oh, big chop by Yoko. Lex goes down. What kind of toy tier does Ricochet and Neville do you have? Toy tier. What do you mean? Not sure many men could throw 550, 600 pound with these. Oh, no. But Brock Lesnar is not many men, is he? He is an absolute freak. Yeah, there's absolutely not many men that I think could do it. Brock is someone that I would just have a question about. I'm not even saying he could. I don't know. Maybe he couldn't. Mr. Fuji on the outside waving the Japanese flag. This match is awful. This is one of the worst matches I've ever seen. I couldn't remember this match. Couldn't remember how it goes, but this is absolute trash. Lex Luger is well known on Botchamania as his later promos. Were awful. Hard realization that 3 of the 5 guys involved in this match are dead. True. Mr. Fuji, Mr. Perfect, and Yokozuna. Obviously, Jim Cornette is still with us. And as we've just said, Lex Luger has been doing a lot of work with WWE and their wellness policy stuff. So, belly to belly by Yokozuna. Lex Luger is down. And he's going to put Lex Luger face first into the corner, but Lex reverses and it's Yoko that goes face first. Don't forget, we've got that ladder match to come. This match has already gone way longer than I was expecting. USA, a huge USA chant. Sounds like a lot of kids as well. It's a very high-pitched USA chant. USA, USA. Jonathan says, do you think we'll see Undertaker versus The Fiend in a match one day? Maybe SummerSlam? Yes, I do think we will, because obviously Undertaker beat Bray Wyatt WrestleMania 31. So there's a real history and a real need for that match. So yeah, I absolutely think we will. Lex Luger now starting to get a bit of momentum. Cornette gets slingshotted into the ring. That's a great bump by Cornette. Mr. Fuji's in now as well. So, Yoko down. Mr. Perfect not counting. Look, the crowd are desperate for Mr. Perfect to count this. And Perfect isn't counting it. There was meant to be a Mr. Perfect Lex Luger feud after this. But I think Mr. Perfect got injured. So it never happens, but it was meant to be Mr. Perfect and Lex Luger working a program against each other. Look, Mr. Perfect's like, what, you just touched me? You just touched my lovely striped tracksuit. And after that awful match, we don't even get a good finish. After that god-awful match. Jody Gilly, shout out to you. Hope you are well, my friend. Thank you for stopping by. Hope life is treating you a little bit better today. There we go. Lex Luger gets disqualified for putting his hands on the referee. So Yokozuna wins by DQ. And so that's our main event. Yokozuna versus Bret Hart. And I think, actually, I think we've got less than an hour to go. We've got about 58 minutes to go. So we've still got that main event to come. And, of course, we've still got that ladder match. Days, is there a figure that you don't have that you want to get? Yeah, there's a few. Todd Pettengill is backstage with Mr. Perfect. I tell you what, it's really great, honestly, just seeing that corridor. Because that corridor is the corridor that, like, Hulk Hogan and Mr. T walked out of at WrestleMania 1. Lex Luger getting in the face of Mr. Perfect. As we said, they were meant to start a feud against each other, but it never happens. Never touch an official. Really good. Rules are rules, says Robert. Yeah. Imagine if the Cult of Wyndham could be Bray recruiting people who have been squashed in the past to get some revenge. Ooh. Shout out to you, Nails. Hope you are well. Right, back at ringside, we've got Vince McMahon and we've got Jerry the King Lawler. I've been watching this now for coming up to an hour. No glitches. Can't believe it. Lesson learned. That's what I'm going to say. Lesson learned. I've learned a big lesson today. And that's whenever you buy a striped top, make sure you get the striped trousers with it. That's the lesson that I've learned. Thank you, Mr. Perfect. Right, what have we got next? Another WrestleMania moment. That's what we've got. Days when I was younger, Yokozuna was Japanese, even though he was American. He was Samoan, wasn't he? WrestleMania 7. And there, we've spoke about this match before. This is the match that I spoke about on the Wrestling Escape Pod, where they're blindfolded. The blindfold match where they can't see. Jake the Snake versus the model Rick Martel. Harvey Wimpleman. Look at that tie. Look at that tie. Woo! Sexy boy. That is a sexy leopard print tie. Tiger tie. That's what he's got there. The Fink. Gotta love the Fink. Looking forward to Rosa's stream. Yeah, it'll be good. As soon as we're done here, as we said, in about an hour, then we will wrap up, and Thunder Rosa's got a stream. Thunder Rosa is the current NWA Women's Wrestling Champion. She'll be answering your questions over on her YouTube channel. The Fink has just pushed over Harvey Wimpleman. Adam Bomb. Loved Adam Bomb. Look at Adam Bomb. I loved Adam Bomb. Such a great gimmick. Well, I don't even know what his gimmick was. What was his gimmick? He was called Adam Bomb, like Atom Bomb, but belly to belly by Earthquake. No entrance music, no waiting around. Look, Adam Bomb versus Earthquake. Earthquake, I'm not even going to have time to write their names down, I don't think. This has got squash written all over it. Power Slam. Earthquake versus Adam Bomb. The Tremors. The Tremors. Here we go. Against the ropes goes Earthquake. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Brilliant. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming, Adam Bomb. Love Earthquake. Love Adam Bomb. Adam Bomb, you know, used to have soft little bombs that he would throw into the crowd. I don't know if you remember those. You used to be able to buy them from, like, the magazine, the merchandise magazine. Yokozuna's potential opponent one day, says Vince McMahon. I don't know if I ever saw Earthquake versus Yokozuna. His gimmick was a radioactive man from 3 Mile Island. Well, I don't think he was radioactive. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what. I don't know. I've never really thought about it. He just represented, like, atomic bombs. Adam Bomb, who would throw little bombs into the... this is true story. Foam bombs. He would throw them into the crowd. Jim Cornette. Daze, do you have the Kamala? No. They only made 25 of those. So, I think you can get them, but there's something like 10 grand. Well, that's how we call Earthquake Flash. They had a sumo match on Raw. I can't remember that. I'll have to look into that, because I've probably seen it, but I can't remember it. So they're cutting a promo at the moment because, of course, Yokozuna's got to fight one more time tonight in the main event. Yokozuna versus Bret Hart. We've got that coming up. It's all about the ladder match, though. Jim Cornette is great promo, in all fairness. Whatever you feel about him, he is a good promo. Jim Cornette saying, we saw your knee. We noticed your knee. We know that you're not 100%. Look at that close-up. There's a real close-up of Yokozuna, who's like gurning away. Look at that belt. Beautiful. Was he not stronger because of radiation? Do you know? I don't know. I seriously don't know. I don't believe that he was radioactive. I mean, that's just a weird sentence to say. I don't believe Adam Bomb was radioactive. Bonsai! Mr. Fuji just grinning away in the background. I've never seen anyone that happy in my life. Mr. Fuji just got the biggest smile. WrestleMania 8. The Undertaker. Jake the Snake. That's who he faces, isn't it? WrestleMania 8. Cornette was the mic worker for Yokozuna and Mr. Fuji since they couldn't speak English very well. But a Spark saying extreme close-up, I know, yes. Is it time? Is it time? Are you ready for this? This is... do you know what? This is amazing. We are now going to watch one of the greatest wrestling matches. Not even just WWE. One of the greatest wrestling matches ever. This is what we've been waiting for. All the lag, all the faffing around. It gets us to this moment right here. Shawn Michaels versus Ramon. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. This is what I'm here for. This is what I'm here for. Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon, and I forgot that he had Diesel around this time. I completely forgot that. Lovely ring attire. Probably my favourite Shawn Michaels ring attire. So, Shawn Michaels coming down with lovely red jacket. He's got the glasses. He's got Diesel with him. But the ring attire is white with the red hearts. Now, he's got the chaps as well. But, of course, he'd take those off. Later on in his career, he would wrestle in those. Sexy boy. One of my favourite matches ever, says Miss Clown 1. Travante, welcome, my friend. If you go onto the network, get WrestleMania 10. Get to 1 hour, 55, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51. 155, 53, 54. Then you will be in line with where we are. Oh, Razor's music as well. The car screech. Chico, say hello to the bad guy. Oh, you're not a wrestling fan if you've never tried a Razor Ramon impression. Dripping with machismo. Dripping. He's dripping with it. It's everywhere. Couldn't move for machismo. Look at that. Just went under the ladder. He doesn't care. Chico. Oh. When I grow up, I want to be Razor Ramon. When I'm older, I want to be Razor Ramon. Moda, this is the template for all ladder matches. Hey, yo. Hey, chico. Say hello to the bad guy. So good. So Razor made his way down. Razor in black attire. Shawn in, as I said, probably my favourite attire. And as I said, I forgot that Diesel was out there, which is kind of crazy because I think he does get involved in the match. He just gives this guy his jewelry. There's the shot of the crowd, which I think is the shot that's behind me. Madison Square Garden rammed. You could not shoehorn in another person. Every seat taken. 18,000 in attendance, by the way. Average ticket price just over $50, which is high. Because at the Royal Rumble, the average ticket price was around about $15. And come WrestleMania, it's like $50 now. Another interesting point. I think I'm right in saying there's one ladder. It's not like ladder matches that you see now where there's like loads of ladders around the ring. There's one ladder. They might grab another one from under the ring, but it's not as if there's like 20 for them to go and get. There's one in the entranceway. And can I just say as well, that ladder, I think, isn't it coloured orange? And it looks so much better for it as well. Yeah, look at that. Even the ladder has got a bit of personality. Not like those boring metal-coloured ladders. Swinging neckbreaker by HBK. Look at that ring attire. Look at that ring attire. There's the orange ladder. Wonderful. Wonderful. Madison Square Garden is historic, I agree. Al Pacino does a great Razor Ramon impression. He does. Don't forget to mention the 2 IC titles, says Thomas. Yes. That's because both... Wasn't it? I'm trying to remember the backstory here, but wasn't Shawn champion and he stepped away? Was this when he lost his smile or something? And he had to... And he stepped away and then he ended up coming back. Whilst he was away, Razor became IC champion. So they both had belts, basically, as a result. I can't remember why Shawn went, but Shawn had gone. And I can tell you that Shawn Michaels doesn't wrestle for 4 months after this as well. He's going to get thrown away. There we go, yeah. Diesel, you're out of there. You out of there! They still haven't touched the ladder yet. Just a normal little match. Diesel getting kicked from ringside. This match goes long as well. I spoke about this on the Wrestling Escape Pod, which is the podcast that we do. And this match goes long. They keep getting told all throughout this match that it's got to end. The match has got to end. And they don't listen and they just keep going. And it means that there's a 10-man tag that never happens. I think IRS, Jeff Jarrett, 123 Kid, Sparkplug Holly, people like that, they were all in this 10-man tag and it gets cut. It never happens because this match goes long. So when these two finish and they go back through the curtain, the first thing that happens is Macho Man finds them and goes mental, saying that they're selfish and that they shouldn't have done that. And you would think they would go through the curtain and be praised for having one of the best matches ever. But no, they go through the curtain, they get shouted at by Macho Man. So Razor just pulling up the ring mats. Shawn against the rope. Oh, just smacks Shawn so hard. Spit in the air. Razor's edge. Still no ladder. Oh, hard to the outside. Razor had pulled up the ring mats. Man, he hit that with a thud. It's been a while since I've seen this match. It's been a while since I've seen this, but now Shawn is going for that ladder. Which is like a mile away from the ring. Here we go, he's grabbing the ladder. You can get that as a figure. You could get that Shawn and that ladder. Not that actual ladder, but Mattel version of it. And you could get that razor as well. I think it was a WrestleMania basic. Oh, how much spit has Shawn Michaels got? Razor Ramon just smacks him again. He's like, psh. He's like a sprinkler. Here we go, ladder getting chucked into the ring by Razor. Against the ropes goes Shawn. Boom! Lovely. Basement drop kick into the ladder. Ladder goes into Razor. I think I'm right in saying this is, I want to say the first ladder match, but I think they did actually do some on house shows before this to kind of get warmed up for this. But this was Bret Hart's idea. Apparently they were doing these matches in Stampede Wrestling in Canada. Bret Hart had done some. So he was like, you should bring this into WWE. So he proposed it, and then they ended up doing it straight into the midsection. Using the ladder as a weapon. Which you see all the time now, but you got to remember, this is 26 years ago. No one had seen anything like this. Oh, into the midsection. Daze, have you seen the Dynamite Kid Bret Hart ladder match? I haven't. No. Was that from Stampede? I would imagine so. Oh, across the back. No, is it on YouTube? Look at that. There's a guy selling cotton candy, I believe it's called. He just threw the ladder. Shawn Michaels threw the ladder. There's no way you can do that safe. There's no way that you can throw a ladder at someone and it be safe. Shawn setting up the ladder now. He's going to be the first to try and go for it. So we've already seen a few different ways that this ladder has been used. So good. So good. Do you think Undertaker's done with wrestling? No. Here we go. Shawn climbing up. Razor going after him as well. Thanks for joining us. I am Jack. Shawn says this was the first televised ladder match, unless you count Chris Candido versus Tracy Smothers in SMW. Hello! Hey, Shawn's showing a little bit more of himself than what was expecting there. He's just a sexy boy, isn't he? Why didn't they just end the match? They were in the flow, and there were still things that they wanted to do, and I think they knew that they were having a great match, so they kept saying like, you've got to wrap it up, but there were still things that they were doing, and I think plans that they had. Look at this. Razor down. Shawn on that second rung. Big splash. That's an iconic moment. Just that moment there. When does Shawn join DX? Can't remember. It's like, what, 97? This is one of my favourite matches. By the way, I was at WrestleMania 9. What? As my 6th birthday present. Might be the worst Mania, but as a kid it was timeless. Dude, that's my first Mania. I can't say I love it. I totally know what you mean. It is awful looking back now, but Shawn has climbed up. He's got one hand on the belts. What are we up to? 2. Razor pushing the ladder over. Shawn bouncing off that top rope. So good. So good. I am at 2 hours, 7 minutes, 22 seconds. I have had no lag. I have had no lag. Apart from that completely botched first match. And then we had to skip the Bam Bam match. We've had no lag since. So at least we've managed to get stuck into this, and at least we can enjoy this. That guy in the crowd is always waving. There's a guy who's, every time there's a shot of the crowd, he's like, and not just like a little wave. He's like taking out the whole front row. Bang! Bang! Hey, Chico. Razor down. Shawn down. I'm not down. This is brilliant. Days UFC 249 is cancelled. Wow, I'll have to have a look at that. 97. I've seen more of Shawn than I care to remember. Here we go. Shawn has got the ladder. He's putting it over into the corner. Now what? What's he going for now? Razor down. Shawn Michaels going up. I love that ring attire. I just keep looking at Shawn Michaels' ring attire. It's so crisp and clean and... Oh, into the corner. This is what I'm saying. There's no one that's got ring attire like that these days. You know, everyone's ring attire is just so generic and boring. But look at Shawn's, man. Shawn's was iconic. Shawn Michaels going into that ladder and crashing to the outside. Razor with that ladder. Oh! Crashing into Shawn Michaels. It's 1 hour till I get interviewed by the insiders. No, there's no need to be anxious, buddy. Why are you anxious? You're only chatting with Jeff and Joe. You know they're going to be cool. No, you'll be fine, bud. You'll be fine. Wrecked. Oh, look, he's going to go for the slingshot. Slingshots him. Oh! And then Shawn falls back. So good. Oh, my God. Razor slingshotting Shawn into the ladder. Shawn holding on and then falling back. This is the kind of match you would show someone that isn't into wrestling. You'd be like, watch this and get back to me. Razor with the ladder in the ring. Oh, straight into the face. Shawn goes out the ring, over the top, spins to the outside. That leaves Razor in the ring on his own with the ladder. Shawn kind of looking up, but he's slumped back down. Shout out to Jerry Smith. The Hart Dynamite Kid ladder match was better. I've not seen it. This is the iconic one. Are you going to be doing more microwave videos? No. Lesson learned. Razor climbing up the ladder. Shawn, double axe handle. Razor falls off the ladder, but the ladder lands on Shawn. Wow. Every spot has something dramatic. Vince saying poetic justice. Shawn with the double axe handle. I would love to know how Vince felt about this match, because surely he watched it and appreciated it for what it was. But I wonder if Vince was annoyed that it went long. I wonder if Vince was annoyed that that match had to get cut after. Or if this was just so good, Vince was like, nah, worth it. You did the right thing. Here we go. Look, Razor climbing the one side, Shawn climbing the other. I love this spot because they're trading blows back and forth. Whoever falls, that's it. It's done. Oh! Look at that spot! Look at that spot! Just out and just picks him up, slams him down. Superplex off the top of the ladder. The ladder buckles. I cannot remember this match move for move. So I genuinely don't know what they're doing and when they do it. It's been a while since I've seen this. I mean, it gets spoken about all the time about how brilliant it is, but it's not until you sit here and you see, look now, Shawn drop kicks the ladder. Yeah, the ladder just rocking back and forth. You got Shawn down that side, Razor down that side, and the ladder like, oh, and in the end it just stays standing. It's absolutely brilliant. The ladder's like all buckled and everything now. You can see it's all like bent and twisted out of shape. And he knocks it over. Shawn pushing the ladder on top of Razor. HBK is better than Kenny, no doubt. The match went long than it was supposed to, yes. Moda says, I always tell people to watch this match. Joey Mercury had the worst injury in the ladder match at Armageddon. I was in the crowd that night. I can't remember that match. Razor is down now. Razor Ramon down. Just lying there. Kenny Omega is not better than Shawn. This is awesome. It is awesome. Here we go. Shawn Michaels going for a pile driver. Boom. That's banned now, isn't it? We've seen quite a few pile drivers tonight. It's very weird to see that move. Not allowed to drop people on their heads anymore. Yeah, the ladder is twisted and bent. Shawn, though, closes the ladder, takes it over to the corner, stands it in front of Razor, and now Shawn climbing up the ropes. He's gonna jump onto the ladder and kind of ride it down. Here we go. On top. Ah! What else can they do with that ladder? They've jabbed it into each other. They've thrown it, literally thrown it. Now he's like ridden it and crashed it down onto Razor. Jumped off it. Suplexed off it. So good. XDX47X says, this is wrestling. Sonny Wolf, yeah, I totally understand, dude. I hope it goes really well. Looking forward to hearing it. Omari, shout out to you, buddy. I love it when you say boom. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm literally just watching and enjoying. And Shawn climbing that ladder with Razor underneath. He's got one hand. Razor wobbling the ladder. Razor against the ropes. Shoulder charge. Shawn. Oh, onto the top ropes. Oh. And now look, he's caught. He's caught. His leg tangled up. That's another old school spot you don't see that much. Andre the Giant used to love that, didn't he? Used to love getting tangled up in the ropes like this. Look, yeah, Shawn is all tangled. Ah! Razor. I can't remember if this is the finish or not. Crowd are going crazy. Shawn now has got his arm tangled. He got his leg out. Now his arm Razor's going to win. Oh, look, you could not have cut anything out of that. What would you have cut out of that? There's no way that you can watch that match and say it went long. There's no way. Every bit is great. I love that finish, man. I love Shawn tangled. I love how he gets his foot tangled and then he frees himself and then he's got his arm tangled and he's like, ah! What would you have cut out of that? Who cares about a 10-man tag? So good. Chico. Reza Ramon. This is war. Yeah, the SummerSlam. They do have another ladder match, don't they? amazingly, isn't that SummerSlam rematch at like 95? It's like the next year. It's not SummerSlam 94. Because I'm pretty sure that wasn't meant to be the match. I can't remember what the match was meant to be, but something happened and the match they were going to do couldn't happen. Oh, look. Now we're backstage with the... So they're arguing backstage. They're arguing about who the captain's going to be. There we go. Look, Vince. Vince says it looks like we're not going to have the 10-man tag because they're all arguing about who's going to be the captain. That's how they've explained that the 10-man tag is done. And there's the $1 Million Man. This is weird. I don't get this whole impersonator fake president thing, but he does look very good. My brother fell back in love with wrestling after watching this match. I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised. DH Dynamite Kid is better than Shawn. Right. What? I don't know. WrestleMania 9 moment now. Dun dun. Look at that. The world's largest toga party. First WrestleMania that I ever saw, WrestleMania 9. Such a weird WrestleMania. Okay, I don't know what's next. Oh, right. Last match. Last match. It's going to be Bret Hart versus Yokozuna for the title. Both men have already fought tonight. Got like a weird little video package now. Okay, thank you, James. Omari says, what was your favourite match from WrestleMania 36? I love the Boneyard, but I don't know if it counts as a match. So I've got to say Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte. Bret Hart versus... main event of WrestleMania 10. So, I mean, look, we have watched it all except for one match. We've missed one match. And that was because there was so much lag during Bret versus Owen that it took twice as long to get through it. But we have pretty much watched it outside of that one match. I'm still gutted. I still would like to have watched it all the way through. Giant Gonzalez, what a monster. That's what you call stealing the show, yes. I mean, I do love the match we saw at the start between Bret and Owen. I think it's a technical masterpiece. Loads of great reversals. Loads of psychology. You can read tons into it. But for me, that ladder match is the best match here. The ladder match. Weird little video package, this, because you're basically just seeing Bret Hart, like, having matches with, like, weird music. It's like guitar country music being played. It doesn't really fit the video package to me. Dana White, yeah, I've heard, but yeah. Shout out to you, Nando. Right, Bret Hart, yes, come on. Thank you. Thumbs up from the Hitman. And now we get to watch one for Yokozuna. We do know who these people are. We have seen both of them in action tonight. So I don't know why we're now being subjected to like two video packages, but I suppose it is the main event. Don't forget as well, in half an hour, the Thunder Rosa live stream. As soon as we're done here, we will go over to the Thunder Rosa live stream. WrestleMania 9 main event sequel, yes, but only this time there's no danger that Hulk Hogan's going to come out and steal the show. Best ladder match ever. It's got to be in the conversation. Right, special guest celebrities. Who do you think is the best big man, Bam Bam or Vader? I think Vader. I think Vader definitely when he was in Japan and who are these people? I know Burt Reynolds. I know Pat Patterson. I don't know who that lady is. Who's that lady? The star of Evening Shade. Burt Reynolds. He always had such random celebrities. Like, I feel like Burt Reynolds is a random celebrity. I think was it Bruce Pritchard? Bruce Pritchard said that Burt Reynolds was a nightmare to work with. I'm sure there's a something to wrestle with episode all about WrestleMania 10 from Bruce Pritchard, and I'm sure he said Burt Reynolds was a nightmare. 2 months until my 20th birthday. Counting the days down. Shout out to you, Omari. Glad you enjoyed the streams, buddy. Roddy Piper. I forgot he was here. Roddy Piper. How great. Main evented WrestleMania 1 in Madison Square Garden. And then 10 years later, he can come walking out during the main event of WrestleMania 10. That's a WrestleMania moment right there. Back where it all began. That's cool. That is really cool. Hot Rod number 1. Is he guest ref for this? I can't remember. Hot Rod, yes. Days, what WrestleMania reaction video will we do next? I don't know, dude. We weren't even planning on doing this. One of the all-time greats. I miss Roddy Piper. I love the respect that Ronda Rousey showed him, you know. She was a wrestling fan and she loved Roddy Piper. It's where she got the rowdy Ronda Rousey from. You know that Hot Rod would have been like accompanying her to the ring and things like that. He would have done a lot with her if he was still around, but sadly he's no longer with us. The late Roddy Piper. Roddy Piper never holds the rope, so Yoko falls off. I didn't know this. Right, Yokozuna making his way down. Already got past Lex Luger, but he's got one more challenge ahead. I miss Roddy Piper. That is quite a shot. All I had on screen then was Yokozuna's giant ass. Filled the screen. More flowers? flowers? What's he meant to do with all these flowers? Yeah, look at that. I'm not interested. Thanks. I'll put them with the other flowers that I got earlier. Right, Bret Hart making his way down. Next year at Mania, Edge versus Taker in a Boneyard match. Yeah, look at that. Bret Hart struggling to get down to the ring, hobbling. Days, if Sting came back, who would you want him to wrestle? He won't. Well, I suppose unless they do some more of those like Boneyard matches. But he said that he's retired. I mean, he announced that at the Hall of Fame, and he said the only person that he'd be interested in facing would be The Undertaker. So, big chop from Yokozuna, and Bret Hart goes down. Days, can you react to Survivor Series 2011 Rock and Cena versus Miz and Truth? Why that match? Why that match? I've seen that match before. I don't remember it being that great of a match. Piper's last Mania was interfering in Hogan Vince at WrestleMania 19, yes. Yeah, Roddy Piper not taking any nonsense here, telling Yokozuna to leave the hair alone. Can we just notice as well how much cooler Roddy Piper was than Mr. Perfect? Like, I love Mr. Perfect, but Mr. Perfect came down in like that striped top, striped trousers, whereas Roddy Piper, look at what he's wearing. So much cooler. Will Bret Hart avenge the WrestleMania 9 loss by doing the impossible and defeating Yokozuna for the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship? Well, I'll tell you what, I don't fancy his chances, Nathan, right now. I really don't. He's hobbled his way down to the ring after that match against Owen at the start of the night. And now, you know, how's he meant to get past Yokozuna? 500 plus pounds? Plus Jim Cornette's at ringside and Mr. Fuji's at ringside. You have to think the odds are against Bret Hart here. You really do. Days, when will we do another live stream? Tomorrow for SmackDown. Big SmackDown tomorrow. Cornette getting into a little to-do with Roddy Piper. Headbutt by Yokozuna. Bret Hart goes down. Against the ropes goes Yoko. Oh, Bret Hart has to move out the way. Big splash by Yoko. That probably took quite a bit out of Yokozuna, in all fairness. See you later, Omar. Days, why didn't WWE have 7 versus Shamrock 3? I don't know. Big strikes coming in by Bret. Actually, how long have we got? We've got 20 minutes till the stream ends. We've got 12 minutes until this ends. There we go. So we're okay for time. He's dazed. He's dazed. Love it, man. I love. Is there a SmackDown tomorrow? Yes, there is. Yes, absolutely. Bret is the best there is, the best there was, and you know the rest. Right, Roddy Piper, do you know what? It was so clever having him as the ref, because in all fairness, Bret is pretty tired because he wrestled an incredible match just a few hours ago. Like, really not even that long ago. He wrestled against Owen. Of course, Yokozuna, what, half an hour ago? Wrestled against Lex Luger. So, yeah, both obviously are going to be really tired. So, Roddy Piper is really bringing some energy to this. Like, he's done a lot of shouting at, like, Jimmy Hart, shouting at Yokozuna. He's been very vocal with his counts. Jim Cornette. Oh, Jim Cornette. Jim Cornette pulled Roddy Piper out the ring. 1, 2. Cornette pulled him out. Roddy Piper smacks Jim Cornette. That's cool. There's quite a few people that would like to smack Jim Cornette. Cornette down on the outside. 25 minutes on my interview. You'll be fine, bud. There's NXT 1 this week in the ratings. I saw it was by 1,000 or something. To be honest, I don't think... Well, I don't know. A win's a win, isn't it? But considering it was WrestleMania weekend, they might have expected a bit of a better result than that. We should do WrestleMania... Oh, Shawn... Yeah, Shawn versus Kurt is amazing. Yeah, that is a great match. That is a great match. Bret Hart faced Roddy at the last Mania. No. He faced him at 8, didn't he? Or do you mean Roddy's last Mania? Roddy Piper versus Bret Hart for the IC title is a great match from WrestleMania 8. At WrestleMania 9, there is no Roddy Piper, unless he makes a special appearance, but I can't remember it. He certainly doesn't have a match. And obviously it's Bret Yoko in the main event. So, yeah, this is the second year in a row that Bret Yoko is the main event. I mean, technically, Hogan Yoko is the main event of WrestleMania 9, but obviously that was ad hoc. Quite a slow pace, as you would imagine. Bret thrown over the top to the outside. Roddy trying to get Yoko to back away so he can start the count. He's quite quick with his count as well, isn't he? 6, 7, 8. And he's getting back in. Bret getting back into the ring. No Piper at 9. No, I didn't think so. I didn't know if he did like guest commentary or if he did a little special appearance or something like that. I know he didn't have a match. That's what I meant. No worries. Yoko, Owen, Hart. Yeah, I mean, like, could you imagine if Lex had beaten Yoko and Owen beat Bret and it was a tournament and so the final would have been Owen versus Lex? Could have had Owen winning the title here. That would have been really cool. I like what happens anyway, but I always felt like Owen should have won the title. Oh! Yoko into the corner, no one home. Bulldog by Bret. Yoko goes down. Going for the pin. 2. 2.9. 2.9. Yoko just getting that shoulder up. There it is. The elbow. Kind of hits him more with the forearm. Oh, again. Some good near falls here. Some really good near falls. Bang. Moda. Yokozuna was part of the Bone Street crew with Taker, Papa Shango, and a few others. The BSK Taker has got tattooed on his stomach. Pays homage to that, yes. Good knowledge. Oh, and again, Yoko. Just getting that shoulder up. Woo! The next two WrestleManias, 37 and 38, will be a two-part series called Re-Energized. Days, do you see Undertaker winning a title again? I don't think so. Bret in the corner. How long have we got left? We've got 6 minutes left. Oh, belly to belly by Yoko. I mean, you can tell that both are tired. There's been a lot of tricks and things, you know, Jim Cornette getting involved, Roddy Piper being really loud. He's going for the bonsai. He's dragging Bret over to the corner. Bret is out. For those of you that have never seen Yoko's finishing move, he goes up to the middle rope. Here we go. And then drops down. Look at that. Oh, lost his footing. Slips. Bret moves out the way. Yoko hit his head. 1, 2, 3. It's a weird finish, isn't it? Bret Hart wins. How did he get the belt that quick? Literally, he's already holding the belt. Roddy Piper must have grabbed it and just chucked it on him. There we go. Bret Hart has done it. Very cool. Scenes in Madison Square Garden. Absolute scenes. There's like a pink light that seems to be flashing on that, you know, the doors. I just saw like a pink light, which I've never noticed before. Fireworks going off inside Madison Square Garden. New champion, yes. Yokozuna running after Roddy Piper so that basically Bret Hart can enjoy his moment. And this was all thought up by Macho Man. Macho Man said that everyone should come down and celebrate with Bret Hart. So at the moment, Bret's in the ring on his own, but it doesn't stay that way for long. Brand new champion. And as I said, this was meant to be Lex Luger, but following the reaction that Bret got at the Royal Rumble, they decided to go this way instead. And I'd say it was the right decision. Look at that, the crowd absolutely loving it. Cheap pyro, says DJ B Tazzy. Lex Luger. See, that would have been a great match. Why didn't they ever do that? Why didn't we get Lex versus Bret? That would have been really cool. Lex Luger versus Bret Hart. And Roddy Piper's back. Roddy Piper managing to outrun Yokozuna. Which I can't imagine is the hardest thing to do in the world. Razor Ramon has got into the ring as well. Burt Reynolds is in the ring. Tatanka. Yeah, I think, wasn't it Tatanka, 1, 2, 3 Kid, Sparky Plug, all of these guys that were in that 10-man tag match that got cancelled. That woman, Debbie Shears or whatever she's called. Macho Man. Look how pleased Macho Man is for Bret Hart. Who's this? Shout out to Ben Russell. It's a good thing that Bret moved out of the way from that leg drop. Apparently, Yoko pooped his pants during this match. Is that why he really ran to the back? There we go. As I said, all of this was Macho Man's idea. Bret being hoisted onto the shoulders of, I think it's Tatanka and Razor. I saw Razor. Gorilla Monsoon. Gorilla Monsoon's in the ring. Scenes, man. Absolute scenes. And look at this. Look who has come out now. Owen Hart. Owen Hart that beat Bret earlier in the night. And Macho inviting him into the ring is like, come on. Come and join us. This is such good storytelling because Owen Hart was constantly in the shadow of Bret. And he, on the same show that he beats him, Bret is still the one that stands tall at the end. Everyone just looking and watching to see what Owen's going to do right now. There's not much he can do. He's certainly not going to get into the ring and celebrate. So clever. Great storytelling. That is one of the reasons why Yoko ran to the back. Perhaps he heard that catering was open as well. We just got a shot of Madison Square Garden. No, and that's it. Fades to black. There was no thank you for joining us or anything like that. No see you next time. Well, there we go. Great way to build Owen's jealousy. Get your scores in then. What would you give WrestleMania 10? As we said, we watched it all apart from one match. Not really a great match. It was Bam Bam Bigelow and Luna Vachon versus Doink and Dink. And really, you didn't miss anything. So, yeah, out of everything that we saw, what would you give that WrestleMania? I think it has two of the best matches ever. I think that first match, Bret versus Owen, is fantastic. I think the ladder match is one of my all-time favourite matches, and it's been a long time since I've seen that match. So it was a real pleasure to sit and watch that again. So, yeah, what would you... I feel like an 8 is probably fair. 6, says William. 10. 8. Great ending, says Butterspark. 0 out of 10. Wrestling Days fan, did you not like the ladder match? His own brother won't congratulate him. Lol. 8, 7, 11. Days, why is it SmackDown tomorrow? It's always on a Friday. 9, says James. Abdi says 9. Sean Rousset says 8.5. 8.5. This is one of the classic WrestleManias, says DJ B Tazzy. Intense Man says 8. Zoom Station says 10. 5 from Jax24. Butterspark says 9.4. Ben the Tank says 7. WFS Wrestling says 7. I didn't watch it live, but I have seen it. Jesse says 8. Wrestling Days fan says, I'm only joking, it's an 8. Yeah, do you know what? I feel like an 8 is fair because I feel like it has two of the best matches ever. I feel like Bret Yoko is fine at the end, you know? It's nothing amazing, it's fine. I thought that Men on a Mission, Quebecers was okay. I wasn't really offended by it. Earthquake, Adam Bomb, nothing really happened. Alondra Blaze, Lalani Kai, short, but I thought it had some nice moments. I thought Lex Luger, Yokozuna was horrific. Like, that match was awful. I really didn't enjoy that match at all. But I just think the spectacle of it, you know, Madison Square Garden, the fact it was WrestleMania 10, just little things like the ropes, which I think Monica King pointed out, like the fact that the ropes were all black apart from the middle one that was gold. Yeah, you know, there was just little touches like that I really appreciated. I think as well the end and the story and everything with Bret and Owen, it wasn't just that match, it's the way that Owen comes out at the end as well. So Yeah, really cool. One of my favorite WrestleManias that was. So, as soon as I knew that we were gonna do Summit, because so many people asked and said, "Can we watch Summit?" As soon as I knew that we were gonna do Summit, I had to look to see what the best pay-per-views were. And as soon as I saw WrestleMania 10, I was like, "That's it, that one." 1, 2, 3 Kid. Yeah, he comes out at the end because I think he was meant to be in that 10-man tag match. Sticking with 6, Doink and Dink tainted it too much. Miss Clown 1, thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it. Thank you to everyone that joined us. Food Stars says WrestleMania 3 was one of the worst ever. I feel like 3 was still better than 2. 2 I couldn't get on with at all. 1 obviously like wasn't brilliant, but it was the first one. So yeah, I know what you mean. 3 wasn't brilliant. I don't think any of those early ones were brilliant. I think the first great one for me was 5. I love 5. And then like a lot of people love 6 because of Hogan and Warrior. So Mania 18 next. Maybe. I would have really loved it if Lex Luger had won, and also I would have loved it if it was a triple threat. Well, do you know, that's a really good point. Shout out to Trish there, because obviously if Bret and Lex both won the Rumble now, probably would be a triple threat. Very unusual for them to decide to do it that way, you know, where they both have to have 2 matches. 2 WWF Championship matches on the same show. Yeah, very strange. But yeah, you know, it was cool. It was really done well. But yeah, if it was today, then yeah, it would definitely be a triple threat. 15 for me. 16 is underrated. The problem I've got with 16 is there's no singles matches on 16. That's my only issue with 16. Right, I want to have a look and just see when the Thunder Rosa stream is, because I can't tell if it's now or if it's in a little bit, because I think she might not be Eastern time. Yes. So, Thunder Rosa's on in an hour. Let's go down. So, we haven't actually got a race off. So, we can just talk for a little bit. XDK47X says, thank you for always entertaining us. Also, live stream WrestleMania 34 next Thursday. Well, I've definitely learned a big lesson tonight. And that is, do not try and watch old pay-per-views through the PlayStation. I've got no idea why, but the lag wasn't too bad at the start, but by the time I was actually getting into the matches and everything, like the first match, it was happening quite a bit, and then I could see people saying the same as well. So I don't know. Some people were saying that it's a known problem with older pay-per-views, but I've just watched it on my phone and I've had no lag whatsoever, which is really strange because down here in the basement, you wouldn't think that my phone would get very good reception, but no issue whatsoever. So definitely learned a lesson there that if we do future watch-alongs, I'll just run it through my phone and we should be absolutely fine. To be honest, I kind of like these shorter streams. I kind of like these streams where we can kind of sit down, just watch a couple of hours. I mean, ideally, I'd like a show even shorter. You know, like the takeover shows that are like a couple of hours. That'll do me. These ones that are like 2 hours 40 odd, they're all right. And some special like WrestleMania, you don't mind doing it for. But yeah, I would like a shorter show. WrestleMania 34, my only problem with that is it's probably like 20 hours long, so... Omari says, Days, thanks for the stream. It was entertaining. I always enjoy them. Thank you. I am going to watch the one that comes up in an hour's time. Undeniable Heel says WrestleMania 9 was my least favourite. Worst Taker-Mania match. The only good thing was the Luger match and Bobby the Brain riding in on a camel. Wasn't, I think Shawn versus Tatanka was okay. Certainly as a kid, I enjoyed Crush and Doink because there was another Doink. Undertaker and Giant Gonzalez, again, as a kid, I enjoyed because of Giant Gonzalez being so big. I didn't mind as well as a kid Hogan coming out at the end. I didn't have an issue with that. So, again, as a kid, WrestleMania 9, I enjoyed. Watching back now as an adult, it's awful. It's an awful WrestleMania. But as a kid, you kind of watch it, and obviously you see things through different eyes, you know. So WrestleMania 9 as a kid is all right. As an adult, it's god awful. It's god awful. But you know what? Doesn't matter if you're a kid, an adult, an alien, whatever you are. Yeah, you can watch that ladder match from WrestleMania 10, and you will be entertained. Monica King. Good stream, Days. I got to hear some interesting facts. Days, one day, try the Bash. Not to be confused with the Great American Bash. Well, I mean, like, I wouldn't mind watching some old Raws or something like that, you know? Things that some of us might not have seen before. Some of the old Raws are only like an hour long, so you can kind of have a bit of a chat before and after, and you can watch like an old Raw. And there'll be some matches you won't have seen and things that you won't have seen, and I'm kind of into that because I feel like they're easy streams to do, like these ones where you have to kind of put 3 hours to one side. They're marathons, aren't they? So I don't know, just something to kind of think about, play around with. Days, what time is it here? It is just a couple of minutes past midnight here in the UK. Days, have you watched Where They Are Now with Eva Marie? No. Nope. WrestleMania 31 was the last great Mania. 31 was alright. 31 was alright. I don't know if I'd call it a great Mania. It was alright. Did I miss it? Sadly, yeah. Although you can go back and rewatch it. Raw, yeah, Raw would be an interesting one to go back and kind of revisit. We could like watch the first Raw, which I think is like an hour long, and it's on the network. So yeah, maybe we kind of move in that direction instead. But right, we're pretty much done. I really appreciate you joining. I expected a handful of people. This is a watch along that was announced earlier today that we've done no promotion for. I didn't even know I was doing it until like, I don't know, 12 hours ago or whatever. So yeah, it's kind of out of the blue. So to have so many people join us is absolutely brilliant. So hope you enjoyed it for a few hours. We can absolutely look to do more in the future. You'll just have to let me know if you enjoyed it. You know, drop your thoughts in the comments. Drop your thoughts. Send them over on Twitter or whatever. Or if there's something that you would like to watch instead, or I don't know, whatever. I enjoyed it and it was great. It's you know what? It's really great actually just to have like some reactions and thoughts and your thoughts as well to some of the iconic matches, and for us to be able to sit down and watch that ladder match in particular was really, really cool. I'm really pleased that we have kind of got a reaction and a watch along to that match in particular. So I don't know, maybe we could have a look at some of the other classic matches and do the same. So maybe like the Iron Man match, WrestleMania 12. I mean, it's an hour long, but it is an absolute classic. Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels. Don't know. We'll have to have a think. Right, that's it. Don't forget Thunder Rosa in an hour's time. Thunder Rosa in less than an hour, 55 minutes. If you are around in 55 minutes' time, jump over to that stream. I will be over there. And yeah, you know, should be a lot of fun as well. So really appreciate you joining. Really appreciate you joining. And hopefully I see you again next time. See you tomorrow for SmackDown. Bye for now.